Phew, well, it's a hot one, folks. Welcome to BSTV. It's race day, and we're here for a double header for week 9. We're at Sonoma, Nascar short. It's a hot one. I am Pete Bingham, and I'm joined in the booth by the unbelievably handsome Jay Corley. Good evening.
Thank you. How are we doing, Pete? I hope you're good.
Spectacular. Other than the fact that I am sweating like a fat lad in Greg's. It is hot. We're not going to go with the other one that I said, or the other simile that you said, because that will get us banned. Why has my stream suddenly stopped running? Oh, because did I press pause? No, I didn't press pause. Why has my stream stopped running? Oh, no. Hopefully everything's working. Oh, it is working. That's okay. So, NASCAR short, 40-degree track. Ooh, that's bacon and eggs frying temperature, that, isn't it, Jay? That's a hottie. Has it been that hot in the officials?
Yeah, it's actually very similar conditions. It's been anything from 37 all the way up to 45
Whoa.
in the officials. So those who have been racing officials this week, you already have some sort of advantage as to just how quickly some of these tyres are going to be going off today.
Oh, never thought of that. This would have been a good one for an endurance. I wish I'd thought of
Can you
that.
imagine?
Oh, no. But it'd be funny. Okay, evening to Sir Alan. Hey up me ducks, he says. Hey up to you. And we hope you enjoy sitting in the luxury of your whiskey-surrounded chair and are imbibing this evening and enjoying the footage. We'll talk about your Safe Driver Award in a moment and see who's rocking the top of that. Well, at the minute we've got 27 in. It is a ridiculously sweaty day in the UK if you're not in here with us. I believe it's also a bit Betty Swallocks over in France where Sam Boozin is. He said it was 33 degrees. That's disgusting, Jay. Disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No. You can keep that, I think. We'll be okay without that. Right, let's have a look at what's going on in... why is that not moved? Oh, I'd moved the camera, but I didn't move the visual. There we go. Greg Daffron at the top of the timing tower at the moment, and we're going to go and look at the standings. And lo and behold, who is at the top of the standings, Jay?
I couldn't possibly guess, Pete. You're going to have to tell me.
It might well be Greg Daffron.
What a surprise.
Obviously, he will be in 33-degree heat because he is French. And he is 300 points nearly on top of this league. I think he's whipped it out and he's currently marking his territory, don't you think? That's a pretty big lead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at this point we're going to have to say it's possibly a foregone conclusion, but I mean I'm pretty handy with a pair of pliers and know my way around a router, so maybe some miracles for the likes of Michael Hall and Pete Newman can still be made by the end of the season.
Yeah, snippy, going Greg's PC way. Michael Hall is in second there, and just about fending off his own teammate, Pete Newman. Only 30 points between them, so that is an in-house battle. And I suppose anything can happen. We've got endurance races still to go. We've got three full rounds still to go. 3 full weeks, rather, sorry, after this one. So... there's lots of points on offer. It's not done yet, but Greg is imposing himself upon this league quite substantially. Stephen Walker, multiple previous champion, there in 4th. And then Rene Earhart, who's currently rocking the top of the BSTV unofficial officials league, is there in 5th place. You can't say that there's many bad performances in the whole of that top 5, can you, Jay? That's pretty sharp, isn't it?
No, very good. You're absolutely right. And I think it's important to note as well that Michael Hall was last season's Pro-Am champion. So the fact that he's all the way up in 2nd right now is just a testament to just how much has improved since the start. In fact, it's probably the season before. Actually joined quite late, 2-3 seasons ago. Like his performances have been absolutely fantastic and consistent.
Yep, very, very good. Very, very solid performance. Right, this is the one that you're going to be most interested in, Jay, right now. This one. So, Jaden Scotton is top of the Pro-Am Championships by a whopping 5 points, Jay.
Bit close, isn't it?
It's closer than a close thing in Close Town. they're almost touching each other. Chris Shaw is watching from a safe distance, or is he? Because that's only 5 points as well. So separating the top three are just 10 points. I've never known that before. I often say this is the tightest championship, but this one really is. Yeah, this
every single year it's usually within like 40, 50 points between first and third, but to have it this close is absolutely insane. But I'm going to let you know a little bit of inside information right now.
Yeah.
And that is that Jaden is very quick here this week. In fact, he was on pace with me at some points during the officials that we've already run.
Okay, so right. At the minute, he's showing us 0.6 of a second slower than Logan, who's currently top of the timing towers. You can see the timing towers, folks. We have a live timing thing. It's in the comments of the YouTube stream, so you can click on that and see the live timing yourself if you want to. But yeah, he's currently 0.63 of a second slower than Logan. But that means nothing. It's Logan's backyard, this, so I'm expecting big things. And he's qualifying. He never normally qualifies. So he's obviously wanting to do the proverbial Greg and do a bit of wee-wee round his home track. Chris Needham is in fourth there, looking on. He's got a bit of work to do, but it's great to see him in the top five. And then PVG, who's only 30 points behind Chris. He's got a lot to do if he wants to win, because he's 110 points behind. But that is not out of the question, I don't think. Pete Van Gool regularly features in the top 10 and scores a bag full of points every time. So interesting to see what he can do. He's in the session today. That one's looking very positive. So let's move on to the AM class. David Ayres, flashy himself. 20 points clear of Darrell, so this one's pretty tight as well. And then a bit of a drop back to Chris Dixon, who was leading this at one point in the season. Fee has moved up to fourth, and then Paul Hurley is now in fifth place, 1 point behind Fee. So the AM class, this one's going to get a bit down and dirty for the last four race weeks, don't you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, this, because we've seen all these like swap positions so much this season, and in a race like this where consistency is important, I feel we can. I almost feel like it's a new championship leader every couple of weeks, and that's fantastic for this league. It keeps everybody on their toes.
Yeah, absolutely right. Rob Sutherland says that AM class looks hot. He's not wrong. I said it is. Are you missing it? So, right, let's go and have a look at team standings. This one is coming to a boil. So, unlike the pro standings, RD Simsport haven't got the commanding lead here. Result X Pure Sims are keeping them very, very honest because they are hauling a lot of points each race week. You know, that one's going to go down to the wire. It's a much bigger jump down to third place. And third place is only 10 points separating Cutting Corny TCR team from BSTV Esports. I'm going to go out on a massive limb and say this is a two-horse race, Jay.
Yes, pretty much. It's pure. Sorry, I nearly didn't lose my thought. I'm just thinking of the best way to describe it. But the Result X Pure Sims are working so cohesively with each other that they are able to, if one of them has a bad race, they have somebody else all the way up there to sort of like be that backup, be that buffer if needed. RD Simsport hasn't been quite that lucky, in my opinion, but Greg is doing a lot to sort of pull the team along behind him, and yeah, those two different dynamics could make this a battle that can. I think there's going to be a few interesting turns in this battle until the last race of the season.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You know, you're right in what you're saying. Greg is, you know, keeping the big points hot coming in. Callum's had a few unfortunate incidents along the way, as has Rob occasionally. So, yeah, let's see what happens for the rest of the season for that one. Driver of the meeting. Renee is your leader at the minute. He got 2 votes last week because he did a brilliant job. So he went from joint 5th, I think it was, or 4th, up to the top spot. Jaden in second, Morgan Butler in third, and Jamie Jeffrey in fourth, even though they're all sharing 2 points, those last three. So this one very evenly spread as we've gone through this season so far. Completely wide open. No need to comment any further on that. And then the biggest prize in the whole of sim racing, it may be even real racing, Jay. I don't know what your thoughts are, but there's the Sir Alan's Safe Driver Award. Currently is being dominated, and it has been for every week now for about 5 weeks, by Deck Crowther. He's done about the maximum number of laps you could have done, I think, 3062, and he's at 0.01274 incidents per turn. Now being chased down by Greg Daffron, who's really not that far away. That's 2 incidents, Jay. 2 incidents separates the very fastest of this season's drivers from Deck Crowther, who, he's moving up in all regards.
Yeah, I was a bit worried for Mr. Crowther after the Enduro last week, because he did get taken off the track quite early in the race, but he managed to turn it around and keep nice and consistent for the rest. And it's but both sides of the scale here with Greg obviously having a lot of time by himself in the front because of others behind him battling, and then Mr. Crowther obviously battling through everybody whilst keeping it safe at the same time, which is absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, it's that one's gonna be hot, because if you look at that, Logan is in 6th there. You got Chris Dixon, who's regularly in this category of safe driver. Ura is usually here as well. David Ayres, not often. Well, he is. I'm just winding him up. But Jamie Wilson's not there, right, like he normally is. He's been caught up in a few things this season. He's down in 12th place. Done the maximum amount of laps, but he's done nearly double the incidents of Deck Crowther. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. Jamie Wilson is here this evening. I don't know how well that Audi's going to perform, Jay. What do you think?
I think because of just how short the track is in general, my initial thoughts were that the Veloster could be key here today. But the officials have been all over the place in terms of what cars to use. So there's obviously it's quite an even playing field, I feel, this week. Just, of course, the Audi's going to have those little bursts on the longer straights where you've really got to nail your exits, or else you're never getting past them. At the same time, Veloster, fantastic through little corners, and the the Honda and the Elantra are just pretty good all round at the moment around here. Nice short laps as well, so just keep consistent, and by the end of it probably won't matter which car you're in. Yeah,
very true. This is obviously a desert race, folks. This particular track is renowned for being super hot. Nascar come here regularly, or they used to. They don't seem to go here anymore, Jay. I don't know why. They've got other road tracks that they go to now to try and put Shane Van Gisbergen off. But yeah,
that'll never happen.
No, it won't, will it? He's the fastest round of road track for a few seasons. Right, let's figure this out, because a lap is quick, right? There's not a lot of time. It's just intense, isn't it? This. I don't think it takes you long to learn it, but to stay out of the walls, it takes quite a long time to figure it out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's sorry, the heat's slowly getting to me.
Yeah, don't blame me.
I've got blackout curtains right next to me, and my windows face the sunset, so I'm probably going to be just as hot as the eggs are going to be on this track. But we are in, I think, for a very interesting, probably keywords here, interesting 2 races. I can't wait to see how this and the qualifying turns out.
Yeah, me too. Let's find somebody unusual for you to do a track introduction to everybody. You already called out in your notes on Discord to avoid, or rather, where is it? I made my own notes before as well, I don't know why. Got yours. Turns 1 and 2 being lethal. That uphill right-hander into the left-hander. Left-hander into the right-hander. Turn 5, that curb is just pure death. And turn 10 is the one where Pete. There's a plaque on the wall there. Pete died here 6,000 times. I don't think anybody's going to ever beat my record for the amount of scrapped cars at turn 10. But let me find somebody who is going to be... look who's the fastest. Do you want to do a fast lap this time? Or have you not got time to call it if it's a super fast one?
To be honest, I'll give it a shot.
Right, okay, so we're going to jump on board with Greg. Just to give you the ultimate challenge. You're going to have to talk so fast, it's going to be obscene. Moving into the last corner now. That's pit lane entry on the left there, folks. That'll feature in the second of tonight's races. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to Jay Corley.
Thank you very much, Peter, and welcome to the Desert Track of Sonoma. Maybe one day iRacing will update it and give us green Sonoma. It's what we all deserve. But as we go into turn 1, you need to make sure you don't hug it too tightly. Go out wide and back inwards. A lot of cast instability issues are going to be made on this corner, as well as plenty of people going out too wide due to the massive amounts of understeer. You're going to get the same elevation problems through this next chicane here, but Greg has nailed it absolutely perfectly. Once again, being very careful on the exit. Now, this is where we could get a few incidents together. You can ride around this curb as high as you can and swing out wide, but keep out the way of that pool just there, and that was so bloody close. But a nice quick break towards the first of the mini hairpins, and now onto what is one of my favorite parts of the whole track. The 8A and 9 corners are just very good for just modulating your throttle and braking whilst trying to control your car and keeping it on the grey stuff. Hug the left-hand corner, and another danger spot just here. It's so easy to overrun it, but you just need to put your faith in whatever God you believe in and hold on tight. For the final hairpin, you're braking just before the pit entry cones, and you're keeping it nice and tight around here, but you've got to be careful because those tyres are made from pure 100% tantalum. Once you've navigated across from there, it's a race to the line, and it's a very short lap here at Sonoma, and Greg, with his time, is there we go, straight on top of a 1:17.666.
The number
and
of
depending
the
on which
beast.
god, depending on which god you do believe in, you might be running away scared right now.
Yeah, definitely. Good grief. So I think the only person that's gonna, or people that are gonna do anything about Greg tonight, in my opinion, and you can call it your way, is Stephen Walker, Logan, or Pete Newman. Those are his competition. They're gonna keep him away from that top spot, in my opinion. But they're gonna have to do it in quali, aren't they? Because, as you've told me tonight, how many overtakes did you do in your official races this week?
Well, without playing nasty with anybody, I managed to, in 4 races, about 3 clean overtakes and 2 mind punts.
Oh,
so
right.
make it that what you will.
Mind puns. That's class.
Yeah, you're gonna find a lot of people who know how to manipulate the cars in front of them via their rear mirror. You're gonna get people trying all sorts of stuff here. This is, if people thought tracks like Knock Hill, Alton Park, Foster Circuit were hard to overtake on, honestly, Sonoma is going to blow your minds. It's a battle of consistency. It's a battle of keeping it nice and clean, but most of all, you're probably going to be battling with yourself more than anything else.
Yeah, this one really does punish you as a driver racing against yourself to try and squeeze another, I don't know, half a hundredth out of the lap time. As Renee comes flying towards this hairpin here at the end of the lap. I mean, it's got some good features, this track. It's got massive elevation changes. It's got really tight corners. It's got lovely flowing bends and some quite fast short stretches. So this has always been a favourite of mine, but I can't drive it. Turn 10 claims me on virtually every occasion. Who else have we got in here that needs a look at? Jamie Wilson slowly moving up the standings here in this qualifying session. Chris Shaw is the fastest of the Audis, just ahead on the road as well as on the standings. He's been very, very quick. He's the one taking the fight to Jaden Scotton at the moment, along with others. We've got 27 drivers. Jeff Saunders is sitting the qualifying out like he often does. PVG we were talking about earlier here, in a Veloster now. After the mid-season change, but his paint's not right still, and that's after downloading it off the website today. Who else have we got that features heavily Not seen much of Carl Hardy this season. He's played it quite quiet, hasn't he, Jay? He's not been in the thick of all the dirty battles this time.
No, you're absolutely right. I remember last season, Carl was up there fighting for all of those wins in second place. Oh my God, when you see a car jump over that curve, it's terrifying. But no, I think Carl's playing it a bit smart this season,
Yeah.
for good reason. Like we touched on with the team championship, he'll want to be getting good points if something does happen to either Michael or Pete, and he's done the job absolutely perfectly. Like, great lot of consistency all round, and just getting the good, solid results in.
Yeah. So if guys have just bought this track, it is a beast to try and master. Like I said before, it's not a massive track. This one you could probably get the whole track in the blimp view. It's just over a minute, 1 minute 17, so 77 seconds of unadulterated high energy. It doesn't even let up on the bits that you think are straights. It's just so intense. We're gonna have to see how this one pans out. And at the minute, Logan is spoiling Greg Daffron's party because he is top of the pile with a 1:17.467, 2/10 faster than Greg. That's impressive in anybody's book, isn't it, Jay?
Oh yeah, and like you said, this is Logan's backyard. The lovely folks at Alpha Touring Challenge, sorry, have this track down to a T. So if you race there on Monday nights, or for us in a normal time zone, Tuesday morning at 3 o'clock, then you'll know this track like the back of your hand, every single layout. So it will be interesting to see somebody start in front of Greg, and seeing somebody, if it indeed happens, leading Greg by turn 1 and 2, because we could get a extremely interesting race, or sets of races come up because of it.
Yeah, don't forget, folks, this is a 2-race night. We've got a 20-minute sprint race on 30% fuel. No need for a pit stop, or shouldn't do unless you break your car, and then you've got to pit for repairs. They get 1 free repair per race, but only the one. The second of tonight's races will have a reverse 15 grid, and will be a 40-minute race where that 30% fuel will not last unless you've got a solar powered car or you are some sort of master fuel saver. I don't think anybody's done a 0 stop race, a no stop race at all this season. I obviously will be corrected at some point, but a 1 stop is probably expected, and pit lane entry here, Jay, is terrifying. You feel like you should be able to carry more speed into that pit lane and corner into that very narrow turn on the right. We won't probably see anybody do that turn at this point in qualifying, but it's not a nice prospect, is it?
No, it's a really weird one as well. Like you say, on the entry, you're actually sharing the same racing line. There's a lot of people taking the last corner. If someone decides to take that last hairpin quite wide to open it out, they're actually going to be in the way of people entering the pit lane before the cones, and the breaking point for the pit lane is later than the regular. It kind of like Montreal, Circuit
exactly
Gilles
like that.
Villeneuve. Yeah, exactly like that one. And the pit exit. My goodness, if you are one of the faster cars coming up on the car, coming outside the pits, and you have to take that outside turn 1 line, there's potential for thrills and spills, as your car can just end up spinning and going into the shadow realm.
Yeah, and more so than that, I remember this track in horror for a different reason. When you're in pit lane, and you're taxiing towards the exit of pit lane, you're looking at your relative, and if you pit with a whole load of other cars, the only cars you can see on your relative are the cars in the pit with you. You can't see the car that's hooning it up that straight, heading towards you, because it's not on your relative screen. Then all of a sudden, as you're entering the racing line, bam, this dude has just appeared out of nowhere, figuratively, on your relative tower, and physically into the boot of your car, and you knew nothing about it until the last minute. So I don't know whether that'll feature. These guys are very experienced pilots. Who's that on the infield? as I say that. It's a pure Sims car.
Inventing lines.
Yeah, inventing lines. Why not? You know, that is a danger all on its own, Jay. If you pit with a bunch of other people, they're going to be populating your relative, and you might not be able to see the car on the straight.
Yeah, exactly that. The pits on race 2 could end up being the decider for the winner of the race, depending on who wants to come out when and how twitchy your car feels for those who are still on the main lap.
Yeah. Jaden Scotton, you were not wrong. Look at where he is on the standings tower. He's qualifying currently, provisionally, in 5th place.
Yeah, he's been putting a lot of work into his times. I will, full transparency, me and himself did spend half an hour going through his laps and sort of comparing where each of us were faster than the other, where we were slower than the other, and sort of combining it. So Jaden is pretty much a Frankenstein of different Sonoma sectors and how to take them, and he's really been putting a lot of effort into this track this week, and it's definitely showing.
Okay. What else was I going to... Oh, Simracer 24/7 says good luck to all the RD Simsport lads. Let's go. Alan says it's dangerous out there, especially when it's close. We could see some scrap metal. I think we'll see a lot of scrap metal in a number of different places. 27 cars on track. We've seen before how you don't need a 50 car field to have an exciting race, and you certainly don't need a 50 car field to end up with a big pile up somewhere. Collector Racing says good luck to all the drivers, and we'll see everybody leave the circuit now, because this is a heat race. You don't get to finish your qualifying lap if you're over the 15 minutes. It just boots you from the session, and we will go to grid. So this is your grid, folks.
I'm going to very quickly grab some water, because I have a feeling that I'm going to end up drinking it all by the end of this race.
Yes.
It's so warm.
Yeah, get it done. Logan McKinsey will lead us away in his own backyard here at Sonoma for Yellow Flag Racing. Stephen Walker will go off on the front row next to him. Greg Daffron is relegated to the 2nd row. I wonder what that feels like. He's been on the top spot every race, I think, for the last, I don't know how many. 3rd place. 4th will be Pete Newman. All those people I said at the beginning, they're all here. Jaden Scotton, super fast, 5th. Ronnie Earhart, ultra fast, 6th. Jamie Jeffrey will be 7th, another one with a lot of speed in him. Chris Shaw, 8th. Callum Brandt, 9th. 10th will be Jura Larkinen. Jamie Wilson will go off in 11th. 12th will be Demis Tigchalar. 13th will be Dietmar Hoos. Carl Hardy off 14th. 15th will be Daniel Lewis. 16th will be RDJ, Ronald de Jong. PVG, Pete Van Gool, will go off 17th. 18th will be Chris Needham. Deck Crowther will go off 19th. 20th will be Chesney Vandenbroeke. Darryl Wright will go off 21st. Rob Sutherland off 22nd. Paul Hurley off 23rd. Chris Dixon off 24th. 25th will be Andy Littler. Fee will go off 26th. And Jeff Saunders will go off 27th. Right then, let's find a better camera than... Well, let's have a look at somebody towards the front. Can we get a better camera than any of these? Because these are all rubbish cameras. Nope, that's not good. No, oh dear. I will get a decent camera one day, folks. But not today.
That's an alright one.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I might go blimp for the start. True Nascar. Oh, Christ. Anybody with Vertigo, look away.
I feel more starts of races should be done with a blimp camera, because you're just all looking at different parts of the grid, and then there's chaos.
Can you have a word with your driver? Your driver's flashing his lights on the grid. Renee.
Oh, that's fine. I told him to.
What?
I'm kidding. Why? I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you would. Right, here we go, folks. From the blimp. 5 lights and we go. Let's go. Right, that was pretty good from everybody in the field.
Yeah, there's a few stragglers, all in a bit of a coming together
3 wide.
Towards the back.
Woo! Right, up and over the crest of this hill. This is a new way to do a start for me. This is excellent. I like this. That's crowded.
But everyone keeping it really nice and safe, which is exactly what everyone needs on this circuit. There's a few positions changing, a lot of people taking different lines.
Yeah, Demis has been done by RDJ.
Yeah, one of the
not Demis.
corner cars taking a horrible
outside
line, and
there's been a murder.
That's
That's
PVG,
PVG.
spun out.
Out into... Oh, that's a lot of body parts in the air. We'll have a look. We'll do autopsy that. And there's another one. I don't know who that is. That was Demis and...
Carl Hardy by the looks of it as well.
Carl Hardy, right. Well spotted.
After we were just saying about how good Carl's been
I know.
at
That's...
keeping nice and consistent. And another one.
Dosh. That's Chris Dixon. Needing... Well, a new car by look at that one. And that was another Demis incident, I think. So I think Demis may have picked up 8 incidents in the first lap. Right, let's go and have a look at what's going on at the front. And we'll autopsy some of those incidents in a moment. Logan leads from Stephen, leads from Greg. And it's as we left the grid, folks.
Yeah, it's a nice solid start from all involved. Everybody in the top 5 keeping all the positions they are, with Jamie Jeffrey up 1 place from Rene. And it's probably going to stay like this for the majority of the race unless somebody towards the last 5 minutes. And actually, as soon as I say that, I was about to say I saw a car going off a bit further back, but also Stephen Walker was really encroaching on Logan's personal space there. I have seen Logan and officials actually send it on this corner on a few people.
Really?
So if he's against anybody at the front in this race, they might return the favour in the league. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Chris Dixon's meatballed. He's down in the pits. Pete Van Gool reset and got his car fast repaired, jumped in the spare. He's back on the racing circuit, so a few things to look at. Maybe some discussions to be had after the race prior to any protests getting filed, but that looked like a defensive line by Logan, but I don't think it is. I think that is the Veloster line.
Big mistake from Stephen Walker.
Oh, it was. You're absolutely right. And there goes Greg. He didn't need asking twice, did he?
Yeah, that final hairpin is going to catch so many people out tonight, because I swear it changes its brake marker every couple of laps, and as soon as you go slightly wide on that corner, you're a sitting duck if someone takes that inside line. You can go over the curb on that inside line of the hairpin, just as long as you don't hit those tyres. So if you're brave and you see a gap, we can see a lot of people taking advantage of that one.
Yep. Daniel Lewis had a bit of a rough ride through turn 1 and 2. As per your track guide, maybe he didn't read it, don't know. But RDJ is staring him down now. At the front, it's still pretty tight. Greg now setting off after Logan. Stephen Walker wants his 2nd place back, because he was nearly in 1st place. Right,
yeah, I expect to see Stephen Walker stalking Greg now. There's not a lot of places you can pull away on this circuit, and there's a lot of laps per race as well. So
yeah,
it definitely more for the 2nd race. If you estimate your fuel by the amount of laps there are, then yeah, it could get quite interesting.
Demis on the go slow. I don't know whether that was actually a slowdown.
He currently has one.
Oh, he does. Right.
There's a lot of angriness on the radios that I heard from competitors around him. I don't know if they were aware of any slowdown, or if actions from that resulted in the slowdown.
Yeah, maybe. P. Van Gool's joined the pit road again, so we'll have to see what's going on with him. Let's see what happened to him. Here we go, from above. That's, I think the protagonist is on the left of him at the minute. Boink.
Yeah, I don't think PVG was in the wrong on that one at all.
No, I don't.
He was well within his right, having that left hand. He's
cleared the car, hasn't he? There. So it's his line.
Yeah, and you don't want to be turning into that corner too early on that inside line either, or else you're just going to end up under the steering out. Which, if you've got a car on you outside, you're just going to end up going into them. So I don't think PVG was under fault at all for that one.
You could very, very vaguely argue that he moved in the braking zone, but he was ahead. So
yeah, I don't think it was enough, to be honest, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what happened on the other side of the track. So there was, I think this one is the one where, right, so it was a returning, oh no it wasn't, oh yeah, sort of. So Demis and Chris trying to occupy the same bit of space. Chris coming out way, way worse, but prior to that, Demis had another little ding-dong. Demis right in the thick of it all. So he's about to turn in here. Gets a Bosch there. Straightens it up, and that leads to the next one. That looked way worse from the blimp.
Beauty of the blimp camera.
Yeah, where is Deck Crowther? Because he's just been off track again. As has Demis, who's chasing him. So it's a bit frantic back here as Logan McKenzie stretches out to just over a second lead, and it is just over a second, over Greg Daffron. Second place, Stephen Walker getting dropped by him a little bit, 0.6 of a second behind now. And Pete Newman there to keep that Result X Pure Sims point haul coming in. Jaden in 5th.
Fantastic. I had a feeling he was going to be quite a bit up there tonight, and with the reverse grid on, I'm excited to see if he can keep in front of the 4 behind him for a couple of laps and maybe get lucky with a couple of position shifts, but that's favoritism if I carry on anymore in this way, so I'm just going to take a step back and let you carry on, Pete.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on back here with Deck Crowther? I don't know, and I won't know if I can't find my cursor. There we go. Sam Tree Killer Boozin says, oh, we've got flags now on SDK. Yeah, if we get meatballed and black flags, we know about it. It's only taken them 300 years to develop that little bit.
So at the moment with the AMs as well, we've got Chesney in the lead with a second and a half gap between him and Paul Hurley.
Yeah.
Right in 3rd place as well. So those 3 bunched together on the podium on the standings.
So Chris Needham just got ahead of Dietmar. Dietmar in the rough and tumble of earlier. And this is how he did it. I'm intrigued to see... Oh, right, it was a slowdown. That was easier than I expected it to be.
Yeah, that looks like it definitely looked like a bit of a slowdown there. I'm not sure where from, but...
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, you don't want to be slowing down quite that much. That's Darrell Wright that's slowing down there. These two have been at it. They've swapped places 4 times in the last 3 laps. So there's, I think they're catching each other out. If you take my point. Oh my God, it gets terrifying when you look at that view, doesn't it? 'Cause you think destined for the wall.
Somebody will at some point. And it's not going to be pretty when it happens.
Well, how long do you give the tyres at this temperature? Well, in fact, what temperature are we on? Give me a second, I'll tell you. I need to press this. Oh, it's dropping. Temperature's dropping.
Not track temperature at all.
Is it not?
Yeah, no, the track temperature for me is showing as 36.7 degrees at this moment in time.
Okay.
Unless that's air temperature. It could very likely be air temperature.
No, it was
that
saying
seems quite
37
cool.
on there. It's the one under left-hand temperature, not right-hand temperature.
Ah, right, okay, I see it.
Yeah,
I see it. So I was... But the bit that said weather, my eyes just naturally gravitated towards that. Just like someone's going to eventually gravitate towards that turn 5 wall.
Yeah, that's why I was saying temperature's dropping. We started at 40. We've now dropped 3 degrees to be where we are right now. Right, Chris Shaw, under a bag full of pressure from Callum.
Yeah, Callum getting some really good lines through there. There just seems to be sort of like an invisible bubble when you're about 2-3 tenths back, where no matter what you do, unless you get a massive amount of momentum from a previous corner, it just feels like you're not actually catching somebody up in front of you.
Yeah.
So Chris needs to... Callum even will eventually, I think, find that bubble, because he seems to be hitting those apexes a lot smoother than Chris is at the moment. But I won't discount Chris from having a good few corners and re-establishing that gap between them both.
No, not at all. I mean, that group, well, the 2 that we can see in the screen, 3 now, I think are going to join up with Jaden and... Oh, what's gone on with Rob? Where's Rob? Rob's gone. What on earth happened to Rob? All I've got is Chesney overtook Rob, and then everybody else overtook Rob. Rob is the car ahead of Chesney,
I
who
wonder
we're
if
on
he hit
board
a
with.
curb too hard here.
Oh, you reckon?
Ooh. Oh no, it's
I'm on it.
still.
No, he's
Oh.
had a disconnect. Quite obvious, right? Okay, that explains that, folks. Let's go back to something more. That's a massive shame when that happens. I mean, I've been a victim of that once upon a time. Everybody will remember when I had PC issues. Oh, Jamie Jeffrey got right under the boot lid of Jamie. Oh, what's going on with where's Jaden?
Oh, and
Where's
Jaden's
Jaden?
Jaden's disconnected.
So what is going on with the connection?
No.
This is a German server, well, European server. So we shouldn't be having this. Unless there's a thunderstorm down south.
Nothing in the middle that I can see, but
no, and
yeah.
no messages on the chat yet.
Well,
I expect they'll come through.
It's not saying Rob's disconnected from the session.
Oh.
It's only showing PVG and Jaden so far, so it's a bit of a weird one, whatever's happened to Rob there. I wonder if we'll get any closure on that one in the chat at some point.
You would expect with the heat that we've got in the UK for us to have some big storms at some point though, right? So usually what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's hope that everybody can get back in and all that for the second race. I don't like it when we get disconnects. It's unfair. But these people have done so many laps of practice usually. For the gods of the internet to smite them down, it's just not funny.
I've just seen that Rob is on the track and he's retained his position.
Oh, where is he?
I'm just
he's there.
I'm just wondering if he's had if he just went invisible for a bit, maybe slowed down and went to the side because everyone disappeared around him, but has rejoined us from the other side.
Wow.
From the dead, some would say.
I think that's a lucky boy situation, that.
Either that or it's just the Easter version 2.0.
Yeah, either that or it's my connection. I know, because you saw it as well. Right, okay. Right, Jamie Wilson under pressure now from Ura. Ura getting his act together tonight and holding his 10th starting spot as people move backwards past him and back and forwards past him as well. Chris Shaw still shouldering this pressure from Callum.
Yeah, he's knocking at the door, and as long as Chris keeps it consistent, then Callum's going to have very little to work with here to try and get a move done. It needs a big mistake now from Chris, I think, because he's also, even though it's going to be very slight, going to have a slight bit of slipstream as well from Rene.
Well, I was going to say, they are both catching Rene. Jamie Jeffrey finds himself with no friends to play with right now because Jaden is not in front of him anymore. Maybe that'll open up the road for him to catch up with Pete Newman, who's got a 3-second gap on him at the minute.
Yes, very, very likely. I'm just having a quick look at the last lap times at the moment, and Pete is slowly still getting away from Jamie by about 0.2 per second, but it's the front three right now who are on a very good pace with each other, and although Logan has the second 0.3 now on Greg, Logan seems to have a really strong boost out of that last corner. It's it only takes one mistake and all those three are going to be back together again. Yeah,
I put the weather app up because Sam reminded me it was there, so we can keep an eye on that temperature as it apparently drops. We are at 4:45 in the afternoon sim time. Another little note for Alpha Touring Championship as Chris Dixon gets out of the way of the race leader, or race leaders, multiple. Is he going to appear? You got to wonder, haven't you? So Alpha Touring Championship.
Stephen went very close.
He did, yeah. It's always fun, isn't it? Alpha Touring Championship, another league.
Oh,
what's going on there?
There was a little bit of a touch just there, and a hell of a power slide. That's just
what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? There's so many people that there's communication issues there, I think, between them. Nobody knows what to do. Bit of a comedy of errors. I'll get back to Alpha Touring Championship in a moment. Let's just have a little look at whatever was going on with that. Let's try and figure this out, because this got a bit Laurel and Hardy, this. Watch the two in front, folks. Together at one of the sharpest turns on track. Jamie not pulling away. Carl Hardy threading the needle. bit of solid air. I think that's just, yeah, bad communication, guys.
I mean, to be honest, it worked out kind of all right, and they're all back in the positions they were before the start of turn 5 anyway.
That's
so,
true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
They've just all got knackered tyres now.
Yeah, red hot tyres. So yeah, Alpha Touring Championship, American time slot. So not favourable for the UK races unless you're awake at that time, which some people are. But a fantastic league. Regularly get ridiculous sized grids. As we go back on the nose of Carl Hardy to see what's going on ahead. This is the scene of last lap's comedy situation. But yeah, it's not a competition league for us, very much a mutually supportive thing, and we love having Logan in our league, and some of our races go over there to race. You did a race, didn't you, in Alpha Touring? How did you do? Did you win?
I when it was Thruxton week, they just happened to be on Thruxton at the same time, so I thought absolutely fantastic chance for me to, like, you know, not get any sleep that night. So I went in and I forgot to change my qualifying setup, so the first race didn't go to plan, but the second race was really good. And to be honest, it's like racing in here, like there's always somebody to fight, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, okay. Chris Dixon's dining well tonight. That's his second meatball of the night. And then we've got SRL, so they race on a Friday, folks. Alpha Touring Championship race on a Tuesday, or they used to. Is it still Tuesday? I think it's still Tuesday.
It's
or is it
if
Monday?
You're in the Americas, it's Monday night. For us, it's about qualifying starts about 2:30 in the morning for us UK time, GMT +1.
Right, lovely. And SRL, a more UK favourable time. I think it's quite late in the night for me because I need more beauty sleep than the rest of these people. I'm not as good looking as Jay.
Well,
I think they start at 8 or something like that. It's quite late on a Friday.
Qualifying for them, I think, starts at around 8:30 is when the qualifying starts, and it's a long qualifying, so it's a late night Friday fun.
Right, late night Friday fun. What a great way to describe it. I like it. And again, mutually supportive. A load of their races are in this league right now. The likes of Paul Hurley, etc. Deck Crowther. And yeah, we keep each other going, really, if you know what I mean. I don't know what season they're in, but it's quite high again. We're in 21. Yeah, season 21. They must be
that's
getting
close.
That is very close now. All three of these cars. I think there's a fourth car behind us as well, in the form of Daniel Lewis. He's closing on this trio. You can see how close it is right now.
Yeah, we've got 1:20 left, so next lap will be the last lap.
Good point. That is what Greg sees out of his front window. Logan, too far away to do anything about. But Stephen is in send it position. 0.8 of a second. It'd be a massive send, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, astronomical.
So
let's wait a couple corners first for that one.
Yeah. Whereas there's a lot of crowded house around Carl Hardy and co. This comedy situation carries on. Daniel Lewis has joined them now.
Daniel's caught up with him so
really quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's actually maybe Jamie Wilson's just losing a little bit of pace at the moment because of just how hard it is to pass around Sonoma. It's just holding the other two up. So this is great for Daniel if he does decide to have a little pop. Speaking of little pops right now, we still have Callum Brandt behind Chris Shaw. You don't want that outside line there unless you're going to do what Callum did there and diamond the corner. With front-wheel drive cars, you want to obviously keep the wheel as straight as possible on the exit, but you're up against an Audi here, which has a bit of slipstream. So you might as well just sit where you are and just wait for a potential accident to happen.
Similarly for Jura at the moment, who's he's got a good sighting of this Audi in front of him, but I'm not sure there's a lot he can do about it.
Good exit from there, though, actually. So
what are we doing?
Close
here now, so we're on the back straight. Are we on last lap? Yes, we are very much on the last lap as Logan comes hooning it round these corners. Callum still under that rear spoiler of Chris Shaw. Jura similarly on the Audi of Jamie.
Oh, what's happening with Jura and Carl? Oh yeah, we're on it now. That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's getting really really close here as Logan takes that last corner, and Logan's gonna get the race one win for the first time this season.
Oh, is that Jaden back on track?
Yeah, Jaden
Oh,
managed to
yeah.
get back in,
Oh,
so he's
good.
running a couple of extra laps.
There we go. A win for Logan McKenzie. A lowly second. He won't be used to that in these sprint races for Greg Daffron. Stephen Walker gets a hard-fought third, and Pete Newman over the line in fourth. Jamie Jeffrey, all on his own in the end, crosses the line in fifth. And then we've got all these other battles coming across the line now. I think they all ended up as they were. Nobody overtook anybody in the end.
It got close at some points,
Yeah, it did.
some of them less than 0.4 of a second, but you're going to need a hell of a boost out there to end up passing somebody, and they say they massively mess up. So good driving from all. A few instances that we already spoke about right at the beginning, but
Ooh.
it looks like a nice corner there.
Yeah,
Beautifully
nice.
done.
Yeah, that was Jeff, and trying to get chased down by Andy Littler. But Jeff keeps him at bay, and then a little ways back is Fee. Chris Dixon never got out of the pits in the end. Too busy eating all them meatballs, Jay.
It's just like an IKEA kitchen in there.
And oh, I love them things, you know with the cranberry sauce and the gravy.
I've never had them.
What?
Never had an IKEA meatball. Me going to somewhere like IKEA?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's Barker and
I'd be
Stonehouse only
broke.
for you, isn't it? Good grief. I'm not going to slum it with those people.
I don't even know what that other place you said is.
It's a posh
I
furniture
just go
place
Facebook
in the
Marketplace
north.
and nick people's stuff.
Oh, okay.
In case
Right.
there's any law enforcement listening, I don't do that.
He does really. Anyway, so Heat 1 here, or as we know it, round 16. Logan McKenzie took the biggest of the prizes. Wins at Sonoma in his backyard. He's going to have to start 15th next time, though, so let's see him come through the field as we know he does, like with ridiculous ease. He won by 1.8 seconds over Greg Daffron, the current series leader. Who finished second, for RD Simsport. Sorry, Logan is Yellow Flag Racing. RD Simsport for Greg Daffron. Stephen Walker finished third. Gets the bottom step of the podium for BSTV Pink. Pete Newman fourth tonight for Result X Pure Sims. Another points haul for them. Jamie Jeffrey finished fifth for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. Rennie Earhart sixth for Cutting Corny TCR team. Chris Shaw was your first Pro-Am car over the line, and it was a very, very hard-fought seventh. He would have still come top of the pile in his class, but that's Ascari Autosport there with a class victory. Callum Brandt, eighth for RD Simsport. Jamie Wilson, second in class, ninth on track for Team Chimera. Two Audis leading the Pro-Ams, Jay. I wouldn't have put my money on that. I don't know why. I just didn't see the Audi performing as strongly as some of the other car types tonight. Jura Larkinen, 10th, but third in class for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Carl Hardy in 11th for his X Pure Sims. Daniel Lewis, 12th for Blade Designs SRL. Ronald de Jong, 13th. Kristen Needham, 14th for Air Smart Racing. Dietmar Hoos, 15th for Cutting Corny TCR team. 16th was Rob Sutherland for RD Simsport. Deck Crowther finished 17th for Blade Designs SRL. Chesney Vandenbrucker, class victory J for JC
Fantastic.
Academy in 18th. Really good result that. That's right up there. He did well last week as well, didn't he? Whatever you're feeding them, it's working.
Just motivation and dreams, and really harsh threats on fines.
Oh,
if
that's
not.
more realistic. I believe that one. Paul Hurley finished second in class for Just an Average Sim Racer in 19th overall. Demis Tigchela was 20th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Darrell Wright got third in his class, 21st on track for Result Clothing. Jeff Saunders, 22nd. Andy Littler, 23rd for Work God by Result, and led his teammate Fiona over the line in 24th. Jaden Scotton finished 25th after he reconnected and got going again. Chris Dixon finished his race in the pits, sadly, for Safeguard. And PVG, he got wrecked, didn't he? I can't remember now. I think he got wrecked. 27th for Result Clothing. So everything to do in the second of tonight's races. Whew. Right, okay, let's have a look at... there we go. Nobody on track. Nobody at all. We've only got an empty track, Jay. What are you going to do? Can I even have a look at pit lane? Oh, I can look at pit lane. That's a rubbish camera. Right, on the chat. You need to make this interesting. Because we ain't got anything. What do you foresee with Greg and Logan starting side by side, 15th and 14th respectively? Oh, wrong way around. 14th and 15th respectively.
It's I can't wait to see exactly what happens there, because it's I think we're going to be in for fireworks.
I have a tendency to agree with you because of what you said originally. It's so hard to overtake round here in these cars. It's send it territory the whole time, isn't it? Really, you know, it's not the way you want to race, is it? On a track like Spa, you've got a massive track. You can start setting people up 3 corners away. This one is so frantic. The corners feel close together in like physical geography, but ultimately they are very far apart when it comes to actually drawing up to the back or to the side of another car, right? Because you don't have a lot of straight to play with.
No, you don't. It's I can foresee quite a lot of people here deciding to jump in for the undercut. At the same time, if you see loads of people around you jumping in for an undercut, do you just carry on and empty the fuel tank to not risk coming back out into potentially faster traffic? There's a lot of different layers to this Sonoma story that we're about to see here, and yeah, this is going to be a really tough one to call, Pete. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be gutted for anybody who gets caught up in an incident quite quick.
Yeah, me too. And I think pit stops are going to be an absolute... they're going to dictate something along this way because, you know, this is going to... We saw how crowded the track was at the start. It depends whether someone goes for a lap 6 or 7 pit stop or not. But anyway, Deep Mart will lead us away. Next to him will be Chris Needham in second. RDJ, Ronald de Jong, will go off third. Daniel Lewis off fourth. Carl Hardy fifth. Euro Larkin will go off sixth. Seventh will be Jamie Wilson with Callum Brandt off 8th. Ninth will be Chris Shaw with Renee off 10th. Jamie Jeffrey off 11th with Pete Newman off 12th. 13th will be Stephen Walker with Greg Daffron in 14th. Race 1 winner Logan McKinsey goes off 15th. Rob Silverland off 16th. Deck Crowther off 17th. 18th will be Chesney Vandenbroeke. Paul Hurley off 19th. Demis Titulara off 20th. Darrell Wright will go off 21st. Jeff Saunders off 22nd. Andy Littler off 23rd. 24th will be Fee. 25th will be Jaden Scotton with a lot to do. Chris Dixon with a load to do as well in 26th. And 27th will be PVG if he joins the grid again. He's not on track just yet, and I don't know that he's in the race yet. Well, we may not see him if race 1 was just... Oh, that's a really nice camera, that. Why did I have... Oh, it's gone. Never mind. I didn't see that camera the first time. Hopefully we do see PVG, though.
And that was a scenic one, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. But it's just right there where the car is. It's nice. Very artistic. Who's flashing the lights? I think it's one of your boys again. You have told them, haven't you? I blame you.
No.
Yeah, you have. I can tell by the tone in your voice.
No.
Right, we're going blimp again because it worked too well last time. Right, no PVG. Lights are coming on. And we are about to go racing here at Sonoma again. Jamie Wilson didn't get away in the first phase, but he's done all right. He's kept it.
Fantastic start for Dietmar, by the way.
I know, look at that. Just fired out of a cannon. Jamie Jeffrey, too wide. Oh, and somebody, I think it was Greg maybe, has gone to the grass. Who is that? Oh, I don't know. Who's right? Oh, yeah, it was Greg went to the grass. Oh, yeah, there's something going on bad here. Yeah, 2 cars out. Daniel and Ronald.
Yeah, RDJ as well.
Yeah.
And ooh, a little kiss there.
Yeah. There's a bit of bodywork just landed from orbit. Don't know whether you saw that. Right, let's have a look at this. Because I don't think the chaos is over. 3 wide.
We're keeping it close, but they're keeping it clean. You love to see it.
Yeah.
As that's Jaden slowly climbing it up as well. It's a few meatballs
I know, it's
from
like
Andrew. Oh, and Chesney just
Yeah.
holds it. Him
Yeah.
versus Logan.
Oh, we're gone. Paul Hurley and friend Demis.
Ooh,
Oh!
and that was an unsafe
Chris
entry
Dixon.
just there
It was.
by Demis.
That one might get looked at again by the stewards. It's like a Spanish banquet here. We've got so many meatballs. Right. We did wonder if this had happened, didn't we? We said it before the race started. It's not a surprise. We're going to have people disappear into pit lane. We've got a few in there now. And a few breaks in the field at the moment. Stephen Walker doing okay. Right, let's go and get a decent camera on this, guys. Is that Callum? Oh, it's Callum Brandt going backwards. I thought it was Greg for a minute. Logan.
Yeah, that's giving Logan an opportunity to take the outside here. He's going to have the inside.
For the next 2
And
corners.
Yep, it's going to carry on into this next corner here. It depends how brave Callum feels to be on the outside here. It is going to be a faster...
Oh, that's Chris Needham.
To the camera.
We'll watch that again because that looked violent.
And Logan, who's passed so many people around that point before, and he gets the move done. And look
Yeah,
who's
nice.
behind. It's Chesney as well, letting teammate Jaden go through.
Yeah, good point.
Smart.
Wow, he's
smart
made
moves
his way
there,
up.
'cause, yeah, Jaden's had a fantastic start there. Took advantage of all the mistakes there, and maybe he can get himself a nice, strong drop week loaded up in there.
Yeah, my word, that is ridiculous.
Ooh, Logan's gone wide, nearly into the wall there.
I know.
On, your favourite corner. That's what I'm calling it now. Turn 10's now called Pete's favourite corner.
Yeah, Bumpy's favourite corner. Sadly, that was my nickname when we were racing, Bumpy. Right, so let's have a look at Chris Needham's exit.
Oh, I think we're about to get a little bit more action.
I think we were, but oh, crap, that's the aftermath. So we'll go back to live, shall we? I'll find a better version of that. Thought we were anyway. He's not done anything with it yet.
It looked like he didn't take too much damage there. He did carry on for another couple of corners, obviously letting the faster cars go through, which is great racing there for himself and awareness of his slight bit of peril.
Let me see if it's this. Just one sec. It might be this.
Yes, this looks like it's this because it's a pure Sims car.
Yeah. So he's going to get the bejesus scared out of him. Oh, yeah, he tagged him good and proper. Oh, and then he's in the wall. I thought he'd hit the inside, like on his own, but he hadn't, had he?
It's the problem with that inside curb there. It does throw you out a little bit, but if you're on the outside of that corner, at the same time, you do need to give a little bit of insurance space on the inside for that exact situation. You've got the outside line, so you're actually restricting the person making the dive on the inside from using all the track on the exit that you yourself can then take advantage of and potentially defend yourself out of that position. But
Yeah.
live and you learn on that one, and yeah, there's a lot of people racing this track for the first time, so you're going to see a lot of people not quite knowing the special quirks you can do in certain corners and how to defend or attack.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Logan, for the love of...
Oh, no.
Plenty of
God.
space given.
Oh.
Love to see it. And Logan's going to make a dive here and have the cutting corny path.
This is going to be a sphincter pinching situation for all 5 of these cars. Logan can't get through.
I think he will here, though.
I don't think he
Unless
will.
Emerson can get through. No, you're absolutely right. Logan's decided to let him through. But look what's happened. Because
Ah!
Callum Brandt now
Go on,
has
Callum.
an
Go on.
opportunity, and Greg Daffron's going to be absolutely praying that Callum can do something here. The outside line is not quick.
Yeah.
And Callum's going to get a move done on Logan McKenzie here.
Is he, though?
That's Jaden
Look at
with...
Jaden! No,
Callum
he's not.
backed out at the last moment. I'm really surprised about that because that inside line is so good through that final part of the track.
That was excellent
That was
racing
twitchy.
from everyone. There's just no way through, like you were saying before the race started. It's like a rolling roadblock. Jaden having a real good look at Callum.
I was about to scream at him there.
Right, okay, this one's calmed down. Yeah, this one's calmed down. This one's coming to the boil. This is Demis and Darrell and Deck and Rob, all in a 4-car train. Rob leading the way at the minute, with Chesney just a little bit ahead. But look how many positions Chesney's got over Darrell. He's quite a lot of seconds ahead of Darrell Wright in class. Oh, and there we go. That was a giveaway. Darrell not wanting a part of that. It's not his race, so fair enough. And we still have a situation where the top, however many this is, 7 are separated by 1.9 seconds. This is a crowded house at the front of here.
And I'll tell you who this actually suits most of all. This actually suits the likes of Stephen Walker, Pete Newman, maybe even Jamie Wilson as well. They can, if they wanted to do some fuel saving here, they could, or they are in pole position to do an undercut and it possibly work in their favour. They're all going by Dietmar's pace at the moment, where we know Dietmar can be one of the faster pro-ams out there, but when you got 3 pros or 2 pros even at the back of the here, like the race is in control. If you're Pete Newman or Stephen Walker right now, you can dictate your own win here.
Yep. So
and it's getting a bit dodgy here. So
yes,
if he's like carry on going 2-3 wide here, I can foresee.
What is Stephen gonna do?
Yeah, Stephen's the one I'm mainly focusing on right now.
Yeah.
Somebody out of
God.
these two is going to pit early. What?
No way. You don't do 2 wide through 10. So oh yeah, they sorted them out before they got there. Right. Okay. That's mental.
Got
so,
folks, coming up as well.
Yeah, I hear you all screaming. So where is Greg? Greg had to pit for a meatball. He is back down here, all on his own in 20th. So what we were saying earlier about, yes, he's got a 300-point lead nearly, but it's not necessarily all races are going to go his way. This might be one that doesn't. This might be the one that got away. I'm trying to find how he ended up with the damage.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're on this gaggle of TCR at the moment. It literally sounds like a hot summer's day. You're in the forest, you trip over a log, and you fall into a wasp's nest. It's absolutely terrifying. You can't look away as it goes too wide into the corner, and there it is, the Constantina.
Sorry, I needed to show you what happened here at the beginning.
Find out next time.
I know. That's what happened to Greg. I'm going to redeem myself. I promise I'm going to redeem myself.
Oh my goodness.
Who was it again? Who was it? Oh, this is a stupid pack, this. Look at this.
I think if you can see any of these right now, this is racing. Ladies and gentlemen, for a future soundbite in a future league promo, welcome to Backfire Simsport TV, where anything can happen, including unicorn powered cars and another spin.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's Andy Littler.
Andrew Littler just got caught up there.
He did.
Oh, that was nowhere near Andrew's fault either. That's
no, he got mobbed.
A big Constantina of cars all taking different lines at the same time. Oh, I feel for Andrew on that one. He didn't deserve that.
No, he didn't. There's a lot going on the track at the moment, isn't there? And this lot coming through the field at the rate that they are, oh, it's just a cacophony, isn't it? So let's have a quick look at what happened there. So this is Andy. He's currently ahead of a massive gaggle of cars. He's desperately trying to keep out of the way, look. He's been caught out by Logan diving down the inside. What else was Logan going to do? It's just, that's what's happened, isn't it? There's nothing else to explain it.
Yeah, that was a really unfortunate time to get caught up by all of those cars there.
Yeah.
I could probably maybe suggest sticking to one side a little bit more, but at the same time, it's one of those situations where I think no matter what, something was probably going to happen there.
So, Rob Sutherland is having connection issues yet again. Nicola, that unicorn, is doing really well at the minute on getting camera footage. He did really well in the first race. He's annoying the snot out of everybody right now because he's pretty fast in that Elantra, isn't he?
Yes, but behind him, he has the person who was chasing race 1 before the Jaden Scotland disconnects. So Jaden has gone up 13 places and is now behind the person who was hunting him down race 1. So now the hunter has become the hunted.
He really has, but you know, we're going to have to go back, and because Jaden picked up all 13 of those in a lap and a half, so we're going to have to watch what happened to him because it'll be hilarious. And he's not managed to do any other overtakes since, so that just shows you how competitive everybody else is around him as well. Right, Pete Newman has floated gracefully up through from, what's that, 12th place to 2nd. He's kept out of all the nonsense, and now he's chasing down his own teammate, Carl Hardy. Result X Pure Sims are going to get a mega points haul if they can keep this together, Jay.
Yeah, I can foresee possibly team orders, as well as Logan's going for the undercut here, which I'm surprised people haven't been doing sooner. Just having a quick look at how many people have exactly gone to the pits.
A few. Jaden's done it. Chris has done it.
Now could be prime time then. So, mate, you don't actually need a lot of fuel in the officials throughout this race. This is one of the lower fuel amount courses, so you could see quite a lot of people making it quite late into the race and just having some extremely short stops. But with how the traffic's going at the moment, you could pit early, catch everybody else up, and make a lot of time through that way. Absolutely right.
The Disconnect King is also just entered pit road, Rob Sutherland. Well, they get just disgracefully close to that wall. And of course they won't change tyres, so it's just going to get more and, closer and closer until it's too close. Right, somebody at the front here is going to blink this lap and end up in pit road. I think the start of the charge to pit road has begun.
Yeah, we're currently on board with fastest man on the circuit at the moment, Stephen Walker, 1:17.6, which is a thunderous time around here. But we are we're about 10 degrees cooler than what we're having during the races. Jamie Jeffrey jumping into the pits to try and get a jump on those around him.
It's a tight pit lane entry, that, isn't it? The concrete is all around you.
Yeah, and with Jamie Jeffrey, when he comes out, we're going to be looking whereabouts Jaden Scott is, because Jaden was right behind him. I'm just having a look. Is Chris Pitt as well?
Chris Pitt as well, yeah. These two pitted nose to tail. So Jamie Jeffrey has not started rolling yet, according to the screen.
Sideline there, just there for Jaden, and Jaden needs to tuck back in behind that Audi. That Audi's going to beat him out here, and we could end up having a really interesting run here.
This is close. Is it? No, it's not. Jamie Jeffrey's done a brilliant job there. Good grief. Stunning pit stop from him. Yeah. This is Jamie and Callum. Jamie's giving him room. Not now. He's pulled across the front of that Honda.
Yeah, this is only going to slow them both down. Both of these two haven't pit yet, so any time lost between these two now is just going to play well into the hands of those who pit early, as expected, to be honest. And Carl with a nice diamond exit, which means he gets a bit of speed on the exit, and they will pretty much be nose to tail up until turn 1 and 2.
Frantic this race.
Into the race, as jumping into the pits, as well as Stephen Walker and Dennis Titular.
This is frantic, this race. You should try doing the cameras. It's mental. Look at the speed.
Crashed the broadcast.
Yeah. Look at the speed of Jamie Jeffrey. Oh!
They got a bit close just there. Jamie just drifted a little bit close there, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was trying to get a better entry, wasn't he? And he ended up getting a worse. They both
controlled it quite well there, so they both survived, and we can carry on with our days. As stressful as the last... Pete, there's still 24 minutes left of this race.
Oh my god. My sweat glands are not going to cope with this, you know.
At the
Alan-
moment, the top 9 still yet to pit at the moment, as well as
Yeah.
Jeff Saunders and Chris Dixon. But we know Chris Dixon's going to be one of the last to pit anyway, because Chris is very, very good at saving his fuel around here, and he's currently leading the AMs at the moment, doing really well with that. So he'll hope that those who have pit behind him will run into a bit of trouble, and maybe Chris can end up potentially with a class win here, depending on how quick that very short pit stop at the end is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, he had a horror show of first race because he got booted twice and meatballed twice. Let's hope his stars are better aligned this time. Chris Shaw and Jaden are now closing in on the back of Jeff. And Jamie's just ahead. Chesney's in, yeah. That's your AMClass leader.
Wide. He's gone wide on that last corner to let a load of people go.
Right.
But yeah, okay, I thought Chris was in the lead there, but it's actually Chesney who was. So Chris will now take the lead.
Yeah, no, Daryl's still ahead on the road.
Ah, yes, of course.
He's not pitted.
SDK is not very good at telling me who's in what class.
No,
it seems. But luckily I got I overlaid to call me a liar and prove me wrong.
Right, so this is going to be the battle that hots up the fastest. Because Jaden he's on one at the minute.
Yeah, he's going to run into the same problem that, was it Jamie Wilson last race who was behind Chris? Or...
Yes, right to the very end.
Like, yeah, and there it was right till the very end, not able to get any way past him at all. Jaden could potentially, if Callum gets a bit quicker, use Callum to let him go and maybe use Callum to spearhead his attack on Chris. It's how I would personally play it, but we'll see what happens with that one. On board with Jura Larkin at the moment, who is 3rd overall, chasing down Carl Hardy. And I tell you what,
he's catching them.
Yeah, the last lap wasn't as quick as Carl, but he's not losing pace at all, like maybe Carl was hoping for.
I thought the Elantra would be the pig of the field because, I don't know, it's a long wheelbase car. This is it's got a few really sharp critical turns. But Jura's proving me utterly wrong right now. It doesn't take much, I know, but...
like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the track is so short and has a little bit of everything on it that really I've been proven wrong already during the officials in that really it's going to be the driver that makes this race more than the car.
Yeah, true enough. Wow, Callum on the brakes.
If I was Jaden right now, I would seriously consider at a safe point letting Callum have the position. Because if Callum's going this quick, Jaden's got to think now, is it worth keeping Callum behind and potentially losing time overall to everybody else on the field? Or just take advantage when Callum does and follow through him? That sounds really bad, but
it does,
but... I'll find something better to say eventually.
Right, let's have a look at track temperature again. Dropping still down to 32, so lap time should go up. Theory. Practice might be different. So your AMClass leader is going to be Chris Dixon, I think. Yep, Chris Dixon takes over the lead of AMClass after pit stops.
Daryl with a black and white flag as well.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's a slowdown from somewhere or potentially a pit penalty. In fact, if he's going to the pits with a black and white flag, that might be a penalty upon itself. But it's Andrew Littler at the moment who's coming up with a black flag in the pits. So I don't know what's happened there. Unless that was from the earlier collision.
Or speeding in pit lane. So he might be visiting. Oh no, he's got rid of it now. That was his penalty. He's just
served. Coming out just as the leaders are coming round, and
yeah,
I would not have wanted to be Carl Hardy there, to be honest.
No, I missed the whole thing, but never mind. Such
is through quite safely,
my want to do. Right then, Dietmar has entered pit lane. He's now. He's in his box because he was a pole man, wasn't he? That's right. So he's. Top box. Oh, that's wide. Oh my good grief. You're a Larkinen. Pass me them blood pressure pills again, will you?
That might be a key question for tonight, is to ask each individual, how many times did you think you were going to end up hitting that wall?
Yeah, and that was Dietmar leaving pit road with these guys screaming past. He's done well, actually, to come out in this position, Dietmar. He's in spitting distance of that group, this group, the crazy gang.
Yeah, it looks like Jaden's starting to lose a bit of time on Chris at the moment, which Chris will be breathing heavy sighs of relief for.
Top 6 have not pitted, nor has Jeff, Saunders and Chris Dixon. They are wringing it dry. I don't know whether this gives them an advantage or not. I'm not intelligent enough to work that out. Maybe you can tell me, Jay. Is it better to have pitted early?
In my opinion, it depends where you were in the group. So in the case of where we had Stephen Walker and Pete Newman, it was absolutely the right thing to do, was to pit early. And look where it's put him now. You got Stephen Walker in front of Logan and Greg at the moment, which is exactly where he'd want to be. But yeah, if you got a clear road in front of you, you might as well try and go until your tank's empty. You just got to pick your times, and I think for the most part, a lot of people have picked a good time that suit themselves. I haven't seen too many people who have lost out from the pit stops, unless they had already lost out beforehand.
Yeah, I think this race is going to come to a head right at the very end, because Stephen Walker, not quite as fast as Logan and Greg every single lap. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far, so maybe I'm just a liar. I think he will get caught by these two, and I think there's going to be a 3-car battle right at the end. That's what I'm predicting right now. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. This battle, though, no change so far, other than the fact that they've got a little bit closer to one another, Jay.
Yeah. My advice to Jaden that we said about earlier, he still hasn't taken it yet, and they're actually getting away from Dietmar. So Dietmar's not closing in. So, I mean, I still stand by what I said before and feel that Jaden probably should let the faster car go and maybe use Callum if Callum puts a dive in to just follow him through the corner. And hang on, and it looks like the Audi having a really horrible line out there, but does have the outside line.
It's going to get a good run. It's going to get a good run.
If Jaden was just a tenth, 2 tenths closer there, would have had potential to get through and make that pass. And that's going to frustrate Jaden a bit here.
Yeah.
You've just got to hope that it doesn't end up ruining how he takes some of those corners.
Better line through there.
Exit.
Yeah, lovely.
Fantastic exit through turn 2. But once again, it's Sonoma. You're not going to find any chances to find an open pass through here. So they try again.
I wonder if the tyres on the Audi or the Honda will give up first. It's a hard one to call, isn't it? But I guess that, like you said before, it's down to the driver at that point, isn't it? It's how heavy they are on the brake pedal.
Yeah, and Sonoma is a very easy track to overdrive at the same time, especially with all the elevation and surprisingly flat, quick corners as well. This part of the track is a lot of fun to drive around, but you've really got to regulate that brake and throttle to not push the car too hard, especially in these temperatures as well.
Let's go and see what Callum sees. Well, the front of his car anyway. This is out of his top left windscreen.
Yeah, it goes for the diamond, which is going to give him a little bit of speed on the outside. But yeah, Callum's kind of really in a sitting duck position at the moment. However, does potentially have a joker card in front of him in the ways of Chris Needham, currently in 24th place, but is the car that's in between Jamie Jeffrey and Chris Shaw at the moment. And if Chris Shaw can catch up to Chris Needham, then maybe we can see some tactics employed by those behind to try and get back past.
Yeah, he's not faster than... Oh, hang on. Chris Needham.
Oh, that was close again.
Yeah, it was. Chris Needham is slower, yeah. So they are catching him reasonably quickly, actually.
Yeah, half a second actually so far this lap they've caught Chris. So I would say maybe by the end of the next lap there'll be some action. Chris Needham, I'm expecting though to possibly just move out the way and keep it nice and clean, which will not help Jaden and Callum at all, but would be the safest option to keep everybody running.
Yeah, and if your memory's better than me, folks, you'll know how many people have to double pit this race after getting...
Oh, a little
Oh!
touch.
There we go. Now, we might be on. But, again, that Audi's just going to monster the tarmac, and he's going to pull across the front of Jaden again. Look how difficult it is.
Jaden breaks a bit later than
Not
Chris
here,
is,
though,
so
not
he's got
here.
to... Ooh,
Oh.
a little bit of a car not going under control
Is
there.
he going to get mugged? No.
No, not this time. Yeah, I think Jaden took it nice and carefully there, which, to be honest, best thing to do. You've already seen that Chris is making mistakes on that final
That's
hairpin.
Callum going wide.
Yep. Now, what Jaden needs to do here, if I was Jaden, was just stick as close to Chris as possible. Maybe fake some overtakes and get Chris nervous. Get Chris missing that breaker point again and take advantage on that inside line. And don't give Chris a chance to get a good exit out either. But we'll see what happens. I can't use the powers of telekinesis on a Wednesday, so we'll just have to let the drivers do it themselves.
Yeah.
No comment.
Paul Hurley's had to visit the pits for his second time. These are all people that went to the pits very early on in the race. Turn 10, my nemesis. Oh, this is a good run from Callum.
Great
This
run.
is a great run from Callum.
Boris Jaden, I just let him go here.
Nope. We've got contact.
Oh, and potentially,
Oh,
and there's contact with the Audi as well.
Yeah. Bit of bumping and banging. Sorted themselves out now. I think Jaden will feel maybe shortchanged, but we'll have another look at it in a second. In fact, we'll have a look at it now since they've sorted themselves out. Here we go. Talk us through it, Jay.
So, as we saw, Callum with a fantastic exit through there. The move has already been initiated, and I feel Jaden possibly turned in a bit too soon there.
Yeah.
Maybe missed his own braking point. Should have probably just let the pro car have the position. But at the moment now, we've now got Chris Shaw, Callum Brandt, and Jaden Scott in a 3. So Jaden needs to just stick close to these two, and wherever Callum makes a move, Jaden needs to follow.
Yeah, I agree with that. Chris Dixon into pit road for a second visit. That might be incidents. I don't know. No, it can't be incidents. He's not got that many, surely.
No, there shouldn't be anybody with that many incidents at all, to be honest.
No, this is Blade Designs doing a tandem pit stop. What is that one as a... Oh no, they're both in for servicing the car. That's fine. Dick Crowther was one of the 6 at the front that had not pitted. So your race leader is Pete Newman, folks. He's got a 4.4 second lead over his own teammate Carl Hardy. They have yet to pit, as is the case for Ura, who is not getting dropped by Carl Hardy. He's just not making any inroads. Renee Earhart is currently in 4th place, 1.7 seconds behind Ura, and yet to pit as well. And then the final car not to have pitted in the top spot, because we've also got Jeff Saunders further back, is Jamie Wilson, Team Chimera. Yet to pit the car. As I say that...
Carl and Rene, yep, I was about to say, Carl and Rene both jumping in, so we could see Pete Ura going in. Oh, and we've got Jamie Wilson in as well. And you know what? I've been looking at the times. Last lap, Pete Newman is 28 seconds in front of the top pitted car. I think Pete Newman could be on to win this race, Pete.
What, really?
Yes.
He did this once at Okayama. Surprised the hell out of me. He managed to fuel save for miles and won by an enormous amount in the end, something like 10 seconds. We'll have to see. I think he's going to end up getting spat out. Oh, hang on. I need to look further down, don't I? I reckon he's going to end up between Stephen and Logan, which will make the top of the field pretty tight. But
so
maths
Carl
isn't good
and
for
Rene,
me.
Where have Carl and Rene come out though? Have
Carl
Carl and Rene come?
Carl can see Greg.
I think there was about 5 seconds between Carl and Logan and Stephen, and at the moment it's 5 to 6 seconds between them.
Right.
So,
oh, here we go. We're going to find out right now.
this is it. This is make and break to win the race for Pete Newman.
Where's the Wookiee?
Pete has had a horrible pit luck in the past, in previous seasons.
Yeah.
Now's the time to put that behind him,
Yeah.
get something solid, and get straight back out again. These two are going to be baying for blood, and it's going to be close, very close.
Actually, I think Stephen's going to gap him by a mile. Oh no, maybe not.
Oh,
Here we
how's
go.
the entry going to be? And
Oh, I hate being right so much. I really do. Ooh,
wow.
it's tough being me. It's tough being me and being right.
Now we have got
What?
a race.
Why is Greg in? Oh, because he got beaten up at the start. Sorry, me being stupid. Me being utterly stupid. He's been in for a meatball already, so.
I think we're going to have
The
a
donkey.
race on
Look
our
at these
hands.
noobs. That's class. I
Now,
know
the
it's you,
fastest out of
Russell,
these
obviously. There's only one donk, isn't there?
So out
We're
of these
racing.
three,
Hang on, where's my
I would
button?
say...
Hang on, give me a minute.
Yep, okay.
I should have really made this better, shouldn't I?
Please wait, mate. We're racing.
Yeah, here we go. Right, okay. Done it now, it's fine. Why are you not racing, anyway?
Oh, Stephen Walker has flashed Andy Littler in advance. Probably realises that he's going to end up catching up to him this lap.
Yeah, well, he's got
really
a lot to
wants
throw
that
away
back
now.
marker out of the way.
Yeah.
Either that or he knows he's on camera, so he's just trying to annoy you as much as possible.
Oh, well, at least you've reinstalled iRacing, Russell. You need to get back here and do some racing. Right, so Logan has got Pete Newman to deal with before Stephen Walker. I don't think either of those are a prospect I'd want to see. Ooh, what's this now? Oh my God, these three just need to sort themselves out. Right, shall we have a quick look at what happened? Well, while nobody's overtaking anybody right now, although Callum's looking a bit racy.
You know what's going to happen
I
as soon as
know,
you
off
switch that
screen,
replay.
it's going to just happen.
And it's going to happen here. It's going to be the next corner. I can smell it.
Oh, honestly, every time they come around that corner, I think it's going to be curtains for the lot of them. Right. I would like to see what happened with Jaden on the first lap and a bit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now.
Go for it.
Apologies for all the things I miss. Right. Let's tick them off. 13 positions we're gonna see here. Oh. Wow. 1, 2, 1. Because he lost 1. 2. Look at this. 3. Around the outside. Ooh. 4.
I've got to say that that outside pass
Yeah.
on turn 2 was
Excellent.
absolutely fantastic. If the traffic jams
5.
on the inside, just go round the outside.
Yeah, like
It's
this.
like London, but you're driving on a busy path.
6. 6.5. 7. 'Nice line, actually, that one. Into the S's. Shame he had a car right in his way. Ooh, ooh. That's Rob Sutherland, I think, in that car ahead of him. Good car control he's got, Jaden, hasn't he?
Learns from the best.
Yeah.
Obviously not me.
Ah, that's funny. So we're still on 7 at the minute. And then the beginning of the second lap is where it all went wrong going up the hill. For other people.
Yeah, I got to say,
Oh,
it's one
there's
of the
one.
more impressive first laps from somebody not in pro.
Yeah. That was really good. So, thanks. Oh, what's going on here? We're just extending the width of the track, are we? What's going on? I expected better from Logan.
Yeah, it's one of those tunnel vision things, though. I feel if you're so close behind someone on a track like this, you're literally following their lines through some of these exits.
Yeah, yeah. dead funny on the chat because Alan's now ripping Russell to pieces. It's good. Alan says, "Are you racing?" Laughter. No, he's not. That's the problem. Spectre needs to come back. So, Jaden chasing down Chris still. But Callum has got through and got away. So I'm going to go and find that because we're following that battle and we knew it had happened as soon as I looked away. There we go. This is it. There was a bit of an exchange. I think Callum... oh, hang on. This might be the one where... Oh, no. No, we didn't see this, did we? That was beautifully done, actually, wasn't it, Jay? That was about as perfect as you're going to get at the hairpin.
Yeah, and Jaden will be ruining his missed opportunity there to follow Callum through it. But
Chris really did fight back. That was a really good fight. And then side by side. I know we're on replay, folks. Ooh. Gives him a bit of a no you don't. And that's the end of that. So an exciting little bit of footage. Alright, what's going on at the front? Because it's all starting to stack up here. So, Stephen is only here. Ronald de Jong and I think that was Darrell getting out of the way.
yeah, that was well.
Logan has caught up with Pete, who's in turn caught up with Lucky Wookie Walker. The donk thinks it's going to get spicy. I think the spice is increasing.
An extra lap with 2 seconds to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
we could potentially see somebody under fuel.
Right.
If this goes to another lap. It's, I just looked at the clock and it was about 2 minutes 40 left, and obviously it's 1 minute 18 laps at the moment.
I mean, you look at the clock on a track like this and think, I've got this if you're at the front, and then you realise, hang on a minute, there's 16 laps left in the time that's remaining because it's such a short lap. Right, we're going to have to stay with this front group. There is a little battle behind, which I think is Renee and... no, it's not. It's Renee and Yura. But this one's hotter than a hot thing in Hot Town. So,
That's it there from Stephen.
yeah. Are we going to see a yellow flag on this lap? Oh, look at this. Logan.
Yep, Logan
Alongside, is there...
finding
Where's
a
Barney?
gap.
Where's Barney sit on this one? I can't remember.
We're going to have one more lap. Have
Oh.
Logan on the outside here. Inside's probably the better for the exit, unless Logan... Oh, wow, what a
right round the
pass.
outside. That's beautiful.
That's...
He did what you
that's the-
described, actually. He freaked Pete out in his mirrors.
Well, we know Logan's methodical approach
Yeah.
to battling, and the fact that he knows his track inside and out. I was just about to say, this is the difference between those who only race TCR at Sonoma when the officials visit Sonoma, which is once every 2-3 years,
Yeah.
compared to people like Logan, everybody else who does ATC, where I swear it's there every single season.
Yeah. Nobody has hit that wall spectacularly, which I can only say is commendable from everyone. Yeah, 3 to go, says Alan.
30 seconds left, and we're going to get one more lap,
Yeah.
which might panic a few people in the grid at the moment.
Well, we saw a few run out of fuel after the race last week, so they were close. I mean, yes, that was an endurance race, so it's harder to predict at the start.
I feel it's more those who pitted early who are going to be sweating right now, to be honest. So we'll see what happens here as we are officially on the final lap. Stephen Walker up top, Logan in second, and Pete in third.
Pete
I
has
think
dropped
Pete's running out of fuel.
massively. I think he is as well. Okay, we'll have to watch out for others. Carl Hardy, his teammate's going to catch him and pass him by the end of the race, I think, at the speed he's going at, because that is very, very slow. Renee Earhart is crawling all over the back of Yura on this last lap. So, Cutting Corny fans, no need to look away because your boy is here, scrapping it out. Car 1 is in the S's, and look at that, Rene on the inside. He's not going to get it done though because the turn's against him. Or is he? Can he hold it?
No,
he's done him.
I feel there's a couple of people.
Yeah, Euro's got no fuel.
Literally running out of fuel as we're speaking. I think Chris Shaw's one of them.
Oh!
Now 11th place.
He's just let Jamie go.
Yeah,
and he's
Jamie's
dropping fast.
through.
Yep. As Stephen Walker comes across the line.
Fantastic win for Stephen and Logan as well in second place. Pete Newman looks like he's going to just hold on to that final podium position. Some great points for Result X Pure Sims, as well as Carl Hardy coming up behind him in fourth, getting a class win as well. Eurolaken fifth overall, second in class.
Yeah, Jamie Jeffrey over the line in seventh with Callum Brandt following him in eighth. I don't know who else we've got. Where did Chris Shaw end up? Behind Jamie. Anybody else low on fuel, do we think? Greg managed to recover the situation to 13th in the end.
That was Jay and Scott up 16 places, by the way, by the end of that race.
Yeah, that's impressive.
A colossal effort from himself. I'm just trying to see who won the Amazon. I think it's Chesney with a double win tonight.
Chesney Vandenbroeke, yeah, he's top AM class car over the line in 16th. Carl Hardy got the top Pro-Am. So ignore what I said before the race.
Racer has just thrown plenty of surprises our way. I mean, look at that, like, top 10 right now. There's some names that you don't normally see very often up as high as they are. No offense to them, it's just how quick some of our pro drivers are. Sometimes the likes of Carl up there with Eura as well.
I know, and I think
Jaden up 16 places.
Yeah, pit strategy played a lot into this time. Because what you said at the start, if you were in that pack and you didn't pit early, it didn't work for you so well, did it?
No, not at all. I feel for next season we should definitely have a shorter track as the endurance race. If it got as close as it did in this one, after just one pit stop, imagine when you're having to jump around 3 or 4.
Absolutely right. Chesney on the cool down lap. It doesn't look like he's cooling down. He's got loads of fuel.
I think Chesney's doing the jump.
Let's see if he does it. There he is.
He knows.
Flashing. We're watching you. Is he going to do it or not?
I think he's going to do it. Go on.
Okay.
Go on,
well, everyone's finished, so you won't get any incident points for this. Let's have you. Yep, he's doing it. Woohoo! There you go. There's always one.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Driver of the meeting. No. Right, let's have a look at how that all panned out by the end, folks. So your race winner for the feature race tonight was Stephen Walker for BSTV Pink. Logan McKenzie took the second spot for Yellow Flag Motorsport. And third step on the podium was Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims on a thimble full of fuel at the end. Carl Hardy was your first Pro-Am car over the line for Result X Pure Sims. Look how many points they've hauled tonight. They've done really well, haven't they, that team tonight? Rene Earhart was fifth for Cutting Corny TCR team. Eurolaken in sixth and second in class for Hydro Race Racing Forces with Jamie Jeffrey, seventh for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. Callum Brandt was 8th for RD Simsport. Jaden Scotton, 3rd in class. And 9th on track for JC Academy. Jamie Wilson was 10th for Team Chimera, with Chris Shaw behind him, lacking some bang juice, as Fiona would say, in 11th there at the end for Ascari Autosport. Dietmar Hoos, 12th on track tonight for Cutting Corny TCR team, with Greg Daffron in 13th on a recovery drive after getting a meatball on lap 1, I think it was, for RD Simsport. Deck Crowther, 14th for Blade Designs SRL. Demis Tigelaar, 15th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. And then your first AM class car, Chesney Vandenbroeke, over the line in 16th overall. Class victory for him for JC Academy. Rob Sutherland, 17th for RD Simsport. Jeff Saunders, 18th. Look at what you can do when you don't qualify. You can move your way up, and if you drive nice and clean and safe. Jeff showing everybody how that is done. 19th, Ronald de Jong. Darrell Wright was 20th and second in class for Result Clothing. Chris Dixon, a much better race this time. 21st, third in class, Safeguard by Result. And up a good amount of positions, 5 positions, that's nice. Daniel Lewis, no, wrong. Paul Hurley, 22nd for Just an Average Sim Racer. Daniel Lewis, Blade Designs SRL, 23rd. 24th was Chris Needham for Air Smart Racing. Fee was 25th for Work Guard, a couple of laps down. Andy Littler was 26th for Work Guard. We saw what happened to him, trying to get out of the way. And then Pete Van Gool did not race in this one. Carl Smells Like Fish, says Russell on the chat.
I suppose fish pies exist,
pie,
don't
yeah,
they? So,
yeah. Quite nice, actually.
I could kill for a fish pie.
When they
nice
put the cheese on
salmon.
the top. Yeah, a bit of cheese on the top. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
God, so hungry.
Anyway, that's enough from us on the food front. Right, let's have a look at the start of this race so that we can get on with some interviews. We shall show this. We shall go and have a look at this. I shall do a bit of this on this one. That's the wrong bit. There we go, that's what I want. Right, and let's go and find some people to talk to. Not many in there at the minute, but we will grab... Did Logan... No, it was Greg that won the first one, was it? Or was it Logan? No, it was Logan, of course it was.
Logan won the first and then Stephen won the second.
Right, let's go and have a chat with... It only seems...
Literally the first lap.
There we go, mid-conversation. Yeah, I love it when we get that, Jay.
Yes, sir.
It's one of the funniest things I have in my life. I'm sad, aren't I, really? Hang on, this is a bit stuffy starting. Let me just run that and then pause it again. There we go. Where are you on track? There you are. So, Logan McKenzie, in your own backyard. Is it your house that I can see just over the hill at the top there at Sonoma?
Give or take 2,000 miles.
2,000, is that all? Right, okay. Just a better set of binoculars then. You obviously know this track ridiculously well. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do overtakes quite as easily as that on some of those corners. Round the outside goes Logan McKenzie several times. First race, you proved how fast you were. You whole-shotted the whole thing, really. And proceeded to show everybody just how dominant you are on this track, in this class. Talk us through your first race.
First race was over by turn 3. That was all, I put everything I had into that qualifying lap. And I think Rene, he actually helped me during qualifying because I did a cool down lap and then I set up for another go, and then he came out of the pits and I had to abandon. But I think the 2 cool down laps ended up helping me out because the next lap I did the 17.4, and I hadn't done that even in practice, I think. So
no,
at least not in those conditions.
17.6 in practice, I think, as I remember. I might be corrected by somebody. Of all the people for Rene to help, though, Jay, Logan, the fastest guy on the track already helps Logan. It's, what?
Yeah, maybe he's colourblind, thought it was somebody else. I guess we'll never know.
No. But no, carry on.
Yeah, and then from there, honestly, making it to turn 1 with the lead, you're on the right side of the grid, and it's a double left-hander. So if second place gets a good start, you can be in trouble. But Steven and I had identical starts, and then from there, it was pretty chill. I had to defend a little bit in the opening laps, and I was afraid I'm gonna have to do this the whole race. But they started fighting, they swapped, and I was surprised to find that I was slightly faster than Greg, like maybe half a tenth a lap. It was one mistake, and that would have all been reeled back in.
Yeah, like you say, all the congestion was behind you, and in the end, you crossed the line. 1.8 seconds. ahead of Greg. Race 2 was not such the holiday for Greg at the start of it. He got, as we've just seen, turned into the wall at the most lethal corner usually on the track, which is the one with the wall and the bump. And you started your campaign to get right to the front. It was an advantage to pit early. Jay identified that very early on. Is that something that was in your head already, which was, if I'm in traffic, get out of the way?
Well, it's funny. The Greg crash changed my entire race because, I mean, apologies to Greg, because we went into that corner and we were too wide, and then he was accounting for a 3 wide on exit that I couldn't see. So I track out, he doesn't. He goes. I think that's why that wreck happened. But after the wreck happened,
you weren't anywhere near Greg when Greg crashed, were you?
Oh, I'm the one that turned him.
Are you?
Yeah, and
Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Hang on. Let me go backwards. Backwards we go. We're reversing time, folks. Dun, 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 dun.
the incredible powers that you wield.
Here we go. Right back to where are we going? I need to go back faster. There we go. Back faster. Wait for Greg to reappear. Heading towards the wall. Oh, it was you.
So
I thought it was the car in front of you. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So that happens, and then shortly after, someone else comes and takes revenge. And at that point, I had damage on my car, and that's why I pitted early.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I had left rear. The left rear was shot because someone just ran into me afterward. And then I just had to wait for the pit window to open. So I was driving around for like 5-6 laps, slower than usual, just waiting until I had the chance to put enough fuel in the car to make it to the end. And then from there, it was, Steven saw me do that and he covered me off, which I expected.
Yeah.
The only way I was going to get around him was to be able to go the whole stint and fuel save and then pass him in the pits.
And he negated that for you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And pitting early. So then at the end was really fun though, because, it sucked because I narrowed the gap down to like 7/10, and then Pete inserted himself right in that.
I know.
And I almost killed him trying to get around him immediately. But from there, it was just, I knew Steven was gone. So I focused on getting around Pete and never performed an overtake like that before there.
No,
it was the first time for everything.
Turn 2, that was brilliant.
But yeah, that's the early pit stop kind of defined my race, and Steven and I, like, we knew we were going to come out in the lead or close to it. So he didn't. I'm sure that's why he didn't mind pitting early with me. He was more worried about just keeping me behind.
Yeah. But really imperious performances. I think you're the highest point scoring individual of the night, because Stephen got a first and a third. You got yourself a first and a second. So yeah, I think that's pretty handy. The pair of you, I don't think you've accrued that many incidents, have you? I think you had a few off tracks, but I don't think it was dramatic, was it?
It varies week to week. Race 1, I almost had a 0x, and then race 2, I had like 11x. It can be as simple as the conditions are slightly different in this race. I've taken a couple X's already. I'm just gonna stop caring,
Yeah.
It's easier to care when you're at 0x.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, absolutely. It means something at that point, doesn't it? But no, very, very good performance this week. Talk us through Alpha Touring Championship. Where are you guys at the moment?
This upcoming Monday, Interlagos. It's a 45-minute race. We've already done Belle Isle and Road America, and those are fantastic. The Belle Isle broadcast is already up, and the Road America one is coming soon. And I think the second Road America race is going to cause me to lose my voice. So it'll be fun.
Okay, that sounds good. Excellent stuff. Any positions still available for people to join it?
Always. We got people joining all the time, and yeah, people are welcome to hop in at any point in the season.
Awesome stuff. And then next time we go to Virginia, so we don't leave U.S. shores. I like Virginia; it's one of my favourite tracks. What are your opinions on that one? You must have done a million laps around there as well.
It's starting to feel like it, but it doesn't get all that old. It's a really fun track, and it's difficult to overtake without being impossible, and at the same time the track's trying to kill you in every other corner. So classic American circuit stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you go and start your practice? Well, probably for ATC, right? Because that'll be before you race for this one next.
Yes, sir. But I'll shout out Stephen Walker, because we've always had good battles between us. We're always so close on pace, and I always have a fun time racing against him. And shout out to you for giving me the platform here to talk about ETC a little bit.
Oh, well, we keep each other going, so don't worry about it. It's great to see other people that are willing to invest in these leagues and keep the TCR in people's lives, because we saw from what Jay posted earlier in the official channel for TCRs, or our official channel on BSTV, that the league the officials are changing, 20-minute races, etc. It might not be popular for everybody, but in order to generate more, what do you call it, attendance, there's a better word than that. It's leagues like BSTV, ATC, SRL. There's a few of them out there. Some are better than others, and I think we're the three of the better ones, in my opinion. Yours are fantastic broadcasts. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen 60 cars on a track before, but I was watching one of your old races the other day, and I was like, oh my God, how do you guys just survive a lap? It's just unbelievable. But you do. It's clean. It's good. It's good racing.
Yes, I appreciate it.
No, not at all. And we thank you for joining us for another season of BSTV. I know it can't happen all the time for you, because I know what it's like to run leagues, and it's all absorbing, and it dominates your life. So I'm just happy that you're here this season, and I hope you come back for future seasons. Thanks to you for a massively entertaining night, Logan McKinsey.
Thank you, guys.
Right then, have you seen the queue? You're gonna be here till midnight.
Yeah, it's a fair bit, isn't it?
Yeah, might not be able
Probably
to do
only
them
have
all.
about I might only have about 20-25 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I've got a few things I need to do
No,
tonight.
me
but
too, actually.
We'll try and get through as many as we can.
Yeah, it's a school night after all. So next into
Look
the booth.
some into the
Ah, did I get you? No, I didn't. Did I?
You got me.
Did I? Excellent. Hello.
Yeah.
Hola.
Konnichiwa.
Your biggest fanboy is on the chat,
What, my brother?
No. We're racing.
Oh, Russ.
Yeah, rough. Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Ruffy Cowell.
Yeah, he's been throwing some statements around. When he comes back to race, then we'll take his statements. Yeah. So first race, you got pipped for pole, but you did manage to pop a time ahead of Greg's, and that did you very well, didn't it? Because we've seen tonight that up with you fast guys, it's very, very hard to overtake unless you're willing to do something just a little bit naughty. And you managed to get yourself a very, very respectable third out of that.
Yeah, I was surprised. I like this track. I really like this track. It's one of my all-time favourites in any game. Done a lot of laps around here in other games, and so I was fairly confident about being pretty quick. But then you never know until you turn up, do you? So I'm still surprised to out-qualify Greg. I wasn't surprised that Logan out-qualified me. And then we were just going into the hairpin on lap 2, 3, or 4 or something, and it just caught me out a little bit, and I didn't want to properly smash into the back of him. I think I did move him a little bit, but I wasn't trying to make a move. I was just trying to stop the car and keep Greg behind me, but with the way it happened, it just nudged me a bit wide, and obviously it just gave the space for Greg. And then we were all the same pace. Like Logan pulled away. I was being a bit rough at the in some of the corners, like losing concentration, just trying to push maybe a little bit too hard because we had a gap to Pete. And I was like, if I can try and catch Greg and get a run out into the last corner in the last couple of laps, but he was too quick. Both of them were too quick. So I was like, I'll just have to sit here and take the loss and finish third and see what we can do in race 2.
Yeah, and then race 2 happened, and it all kind of not fell at your feet, because nothing happens like that in these leagues, does it? In these races, but you masterfully crafted a good strategy.
I wouldn't go masterfully. It was it more fell into my lap, like you said. I was trying to avoid incidents in the first couple of corners because I know how much it concertina's up, and then got caught out in the first couple of corners because it concertinaed up, and just hit. I think I hit Jamie and I was sideways, and then I was all over a curb, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get slowed down, I'm gonna get damage or whatever. And then over the next 3 or 4 corners, it all just kind of played out in my favour. So I just kept going past people. I think I went past 4 or 5 people in the first 4 or 5 corners, or the first half of the lap. Made my way forward, and then I need to apologise to Chris Shaw. I said it in the lobby. I've sent it afterwards. I think he's not had a good night, bless him, and I feel really bad. Like I went to have a look to overtake him. I was like, no, it's a stupid move down this hill into this corner where the curb's raised up. So I pulled back in, and as I pulled back in, I was like, oh crap, I need to brake now. But I'd let off, ready to pull back in, and I wasn't going to make it, and I just would have absolutely cleaned him out in the rear. So I thought, right, I'll just go down the inside. Hopefully that'll help me take out some speed, hit the side of him. I don't want to try and overtake him this way. It was a full-on accident, and obviously the way the curb is, raised the curb, went into the side of him, and then because at the next corner I was presented with about 1 million cars of varying braking distances and speeds, I was like, I can't just let off and let him by, because it would have caused a massive pile-up. So I just had to go back, and I hope he understands that it was a genuine mistake. I would never have tried to overtake him from where I was in that position, but I appreciate he's not had a good night looking at the Discord chat, so I appreciate him.
Okay, I've not seen that yet.
He can send me insults later, but I've raced with him for a long time, and he knows I'm not like that. So, but other than that, I just tried to. I saw that Logan had pitted. I thought he'd pitted for strategy for clean air, but in the chat just now, he said that it was just due to a damage from an incident that I didn't see. So, but I was catching the top 3, and Carl was in front, Pete was second, and I know they're all kind of like teammates. So once I got close enough for it to affect the grip of my car, I just sent it into the pits, and I knew I'd come out in clean air in front of Logan. And then I was just trying to keep my head down, and I was looking at the times for Pete at the top, because obviously that's what I'm trying to come out in front of lap time wise, and I just lost concentration through a few laps, missed my turn in for the first corner. That cost me 6/10 in the first sector. It got Logan from 2.7 seconds to 1.4. He was catching me anyway. There was a couple of tenths in between it each lap, but I didn't help myself by making silly little mistakes. So basically when Pete came out of the pits in between us, I cheered with all my might, because I was like, well, that's going to just hold Logan. But even if it was just for a few corners, it would just give me a bit of breathing space. So when I came out and I could see him going up the hill as we was coming around the first corner, I was like, I've just got to send it. Just absolutely send it. And luckily it worked out. Logan was quicker than me by a tenth or two consistently over the lap. So there were times when I could match him, or he'd only gain a little bit here or there. But ultimately, I'm just the way it fell, I just managed to get the win, really. I do say I was probably a little bit lucky, but I haven't won for a while. I don't think. I can't remember the last one I got. So
no, and you caught Pete Newman a bit shortchanged on fuel as well, because he, bless him, he was struggling for getting to the line at the end, because you managed to throw it over for another lap, I think, and caught. Well, I think caught a bunch of people out actually.
Oh, really? Well, I know Pete said that you short fueled a little bit, so maybe you did a little bit too much. And I probably overfueled a little bit. I could have gone with half a litre less, I think. I don't know if it does half a litre. So if I'd done a whole litre less, I would have run out as well. So I knew I needed to fuel so I could go flat out, because obviously I needed to keep that gap and push to try and bridge the gap when he came out the pits, or at least get closer to him, because I think when I pitted, he was 2 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah.
So overall, yeah, it was good. I felt quick. I felt confident. The car was incredible, considering I've not changed the setup of the car this season because I've not had time to do any running. So, luckily I managed to do the official last night. So that was more practice than I've done the entire season.
Okay. And I don't think Chris had a terrible night. He got top of his class in the first race, and did reasonably well in the second. So he had a good fight with Jamie Wilson for most of it. But you know, some things stick with people, don't they? For a little while, he'll be okay over time. And you know, yourself and Jaden, I've just read him, have both said oopsie for you know, what you consider to be your involvement in those things. He's a good racer, and he'll know, he'll sort it out in his head. So yeah, next time we go to Virginia, you've done well there in the past. Do you think you're going to repeat that next week?
Not if Logan and Greg turn up, and obviously Pete. But it's another track that I actually really enjoy racing, particularly on iRacing. I used to hate it on other games, but I really like it in this. So I'll be there or thereabouts, I guess. I'm not expecting the same performance as today. I don't think This is just a track that I really get on well with, and I know how to drive it. Whereas Virginia, I mean, I get on with it, but I'm not necessarily as quick as I probably am around here. Like, like Greg will be super quick. I'm not sure if the Honda's great there. I can't really remember, to be honest. I'm sure it used to be a Veloster track.
Pretty good, yeah. But the boxes change quite a lot, don't they? Oh, they have done over the years. But no, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go? Obviously not Russell, because he's not racing.
Yeah, obviously you guys, just for putting on the show. I know it's a track probably most people don't have, and it was really hot today in the UK. So, well, this last few days. So I appreciate some people not turning up. But yeah, just you guys are putting on the show still, and without you guys, it would be absolutely pointless. And for setting everything up. So thanks to you guys, Carl, for the practice lobbies, the rest of the guys racing. It was good fun. Again, apologies to Chris. And just, yeah, it's nice to see Russ in the chat and about. He's been in Discord, and me and my brother as well. So, yeah, just good racing everywhere.
No, well said. And we look forward to seeing you this time next week. Stephen Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Right then.
I feel there's a new motto there.
Go on.
So BSTV, without us, it's pointless.
I like it. New T-shirt, please, Sam. Sam Boozin. We've already got the oral. What was it? Oral fluffers. That's it. Yeah, there we go.
Something about bloody McDonald's straws.
Oh yeah,
and
that was
Tetris.
last week.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Yeah.
I need to stop these sound bites.
I know, but you know they sell stuff. Who would you like to interview? Who would you like to interview of the stars of the interview waiting room?
I tell you what, let's go for Carl Hardy.
Carl Hardy, right? Next one. This one's for you. So into the live booth we bring the pie man himself, Carl Hardy.
Why, hello, darlings.
Oh.
Carl, how are we doing tonight? We don't get to see you in here very often, so as soon as Pete asked me who'd want to get in here, I thought, you know what, why not? Let's bring Carl in.
He actually said Jamie, and I selected you instead.
I don't care.
We'll edit out the first 15 seconds. But first of all, congratulations on the fantastic result on race 2. We'll start with race 1 first, up 3 positions from 14th to 11th. Quite a lot of traffic management, it seemed, from everybody all around you. How did you find it, race 1?
Yeah, it's just one of them. It's the track, isn't it? It is pretty much force someone into a mistake, not by hitting them. Yeah, just if not, you're just going to go round in the train, and that's pretty much all I could do. I've got the starts nailed, Jay, in that Honda. Absolutely nailed. I'm not going to tell you how to do it.
Oh, that's a shame. I'll just have to keep watching this replay over and over again afterwards.
Yeah. It's so easy as well. You wouldn't believe.
I'll have to take your word for it. But race number 2, obviously with reverse grid, started 5th place. There was quite a bit of drama going on behind you, so that probably put your mind
helped.
at ease. Yeah, if you knew that there was
I
stuff
think I
going on
was
behind.
sideways as well going into the first little complex.
You know what we were saying during the race? How you were keeping it consistent this season. You were there as a good safe option to get result X pure sim points, and then literally 5 seconds later you were like on the side. And I was just like, well, I ain't gonna talk about Carl again for the rest of the race. But no, it looked like it was a nice controlled drive. People
Yeah,
around you were peeling off into early pit stops, which meant you could run the tank dry without having to really push yourself too hard, and in the end it worked out in a 4th place. So with
yeah. The intention was obviously I knew Pete Newman was like he was third when I saw, and I thought, well, once he's behind me, I go wide at the hairpin. That was always the idea. And then the idea was to stay with him. But the little shit is too quick.
I mean, it worked for a few laps. We saw you
Yeah,
behind.
he
and
was
to be
doing all
honest,
right.
the pace wasn't too bad. Like considering it's a small track, like the pace was pretty decent. And who did you have behind you? You had Rene behind you at the end
Sure.
there. So that looked a little close at times. But then once again, because he had Eura battling with him, you managed to get away. So nicely done on that one. Next time we are at VIR. How do you run there?
Oh, mate, how many times have you heard me moan about that place?
I know, that's why I asked.
Yeah. So it's a good track, okay, but I'm not very good at it. So I will turn up. I can't do practice tomorrow night. I normally always put a practice up on a Thursday as well, just because I need that extra bit. But yeah, I can't tomorrow night. So yeah, fresh Monday straight into practice and realise how rubbish I am.
Well, I know there's a guide at least on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, I
Might
watched that,
help,
mate.
you know, just
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, I didn't watch it for this track, so maybe I shouldn't watch them.
I'm gonna totally pretend I didn't hear that at all. Who needs friends, Pete? Eh?
I
When
know.
you're,
No, they are always a great thing to, especially if you're not sure, Jay. They are great what you do for the TCR community, and I know a lot of people use them. So you keep that up.
that's
Is that
buttered
what you
me
wanted
up.
to hear?
That is exactly what I wanted to hear. I'm a bit
Yeah, cool.
happier now. Fantastic. Lastly, anybody you want to give a shout out for tonight?
Yeah, all the result lads. First of all, not you, Jay, because you've left
Whatever,
us.
I'll get over it.
Yeah, I'm over it. And yeah, it's just all the drivers are brilliant. We've got a great crowd still, even though, like all these new drivers. I say it every time. And then obviously yourselves doing a great job. Apart from when you decide to go on holiday. How dare you?
Fair. Yeah, I know you should really lock him down to the broadcasting booth, but what can you do?
Oh, mate,
Legally,
that's
anyway,
shocking. Now.
HR
Shocking.
are horrendous. They won't let you do anything,
Yeah,
even
I know.
slightly dangerous.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we'll
yeah.
see you next week, Carl. Thank you so much for joining the
I
booth.
will
It was a
be
pleasure
there.
to speak with you, but Pete's interviewing you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Hardy.
All right, see you later. See you later, Pete. Take care.
Night. Right. Do you want to do another one? Do you want to do Chesney? You got a double.
I'll let
cross.
you do. I'll let you do
Right.
Chesney this week if you want.
Oh, okay then. In that case, welcome to the booth, Chesney Vandenbroeke.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, race 1. Let me go and find my race 1 notes. I don't make notes. That's a total lie. You finished 18th overall, but vitally, you were top of your class. You've been very, very rapid round here tonight. Jay would like me to believe that it's all down to him and his education of you. What's the truth? You know, do you just like the track? Do you know the track already, or are you just really, really quite quick rounded?
Well, I practiced this track for once.
Oh,
But,
right. See what practice can do? Makes perfect.
But yesterday on Jay's stream, he gave me some tips on how to handle some corners, uh, and I did that. So that's one of the reasons, and of course his strike guides. It's
Beautiful.
insane how
Right.
much faster I've gone.
Perfect reenactment of the script I gave him earlier.
Yeah, I'm sure it is
Where's
as
my
well.
Where's my 1 million?
Million? God, I'm in the wrong job. And then race 2, you consolidated what you did in race 1, really, didn't you? You made your race 1 result count and built upon that success. It looked pretty frantic in the areas of the track where you were. Stuff going on with Ronald early on in front of you, and then getting moved behind you. And then a whole load of other people that you were fighting with throughout that race.
Yeah, the first couple of laps were really scary, but I just told myself, be calm, you can do this, and then I even set my best lap ever. So
Oh, right, nice.
I was starting to learn to control the car more, being more on the edge, start pushing more. So and just thinking about the team also just keeps as much as possible pro-am cars behind me, so we can get more points in the standings.
Well, it's definitely working for you. I think when we went into this round, let me go and find the standings a second. You were, where were you? In 6th, trying to make your way forward. David Ayres is on the top at the moment, but he wasn't here this evening. So you're going to get a big jump on a few people in those standings tonight. That should buoy your confidence for a start. Do you feel like you're gaining confidence in the car?
I really am. Like every race, I'm getting more and more confident. I start to realize what this car can do.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just plain fun to drive it.
No, it's good. Good to hear that. Good to hear. And are you enjoying racing in the BSTV leagues, even if racing for JC Academy is a bit of a chore at times?
Come on.
Oh dear.
Yeah, of course, it's almost the only thing I do in iRacing.
Oh really? Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's like yesterday was my first official in like 4 or 5 weeks or something.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I just have iRacing for BSTV actually.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, do you think that the education that you get from the other racers on the track, sharing the track with the really fast guys, even people around your skill level, developing all of your skills together, do you feel like that's helped you in your officials performance?
Yep, I can keep up with some guys. Like I'm now 1.7K iRating,
Yeah.
and I can keep up with 2K guys. Uh, so like I'm gonna do an official later this week,
Mhm.
and I'm sure I'm gonna be one of the. I'm gonna beat one of the 1.8 to 1.9K guys.
No,
I'm
that's
sure of
really
it.
good. That's really good. I remember even for me, and this is going out there. This is quite a statement. I used to be down in the 16s, 1500s, and I used to go out into officials and beat people at 2K, and then I actually did some proper officials and got my I rating up to 2.5K. Hard to believe, I know, for most of the people out there. If you listen carefully, you can hear some people falling off their chairs right now. But you don't realise how quick you've become in league racing compared to the officials until you actually drop into an official race and think, hang on a minute, these guys are all so much slower and way more dangerous than me all of a sudden. Did you find that, Jay, or have you always been brilliant?
No, I absolutely have never been what I'd class as brilliant. I'm always striving to improve in areas, but I did find, especially with this league and SRL as well, when I joined both at around the same time, like when you're constantly racing the same people every week, you do pick up a couple of tips and tricks. You start to learn about how to consistently race, and that pace translates to the officials, where that we see it in many leagues now, including this one, where you'll see somebody with under 2K I rating, but if you put them into an official, you know they're going to be fighting with some of the quickest people in those splits. And
Yeah.
I actually quite like it when I see somebody from BSTV as one of the lower numbers in the officials, because I know they're definitely not going to finish all the way down there. And it's great just to see how much this league and other TCR leagues are helping people to grow, not just with their racecraft, but just also their pace as well. It's a fantastic thing to see.
Yeah, too right. And well said for both of you. Anybody you want to shout out to, Chesney, before we let you go?
My fiancée for being inside now.
Oh yeah, you locked her out, didn't you? Yeah, waving at her while she was out in the rain
Just
and stuff.
don't accidentally lock her in instead, because that's called entrapment.
Yeah, you can get busted for that, you know. Okay.
No, you guys, every other driver, Jaden, he did amazingly well today, going from one of the last to, what position was he in?
He got 16 positions in the end. I don't know where that finished him up, but it was pretty high up.
P9. He's amazing. He's getting next season. He's becoming a pro or something.
Yeah, maybe. You might be in danger of becoming pro-am if you carry on the way you're going. But no, great shout outs. So much better if your fiance can watch you from the comfort of indoors. You know, it's always a benefit, isn't it? Yeah, you're becoming a really confident, highly skilled driver. So great to have you in our leagues. And we look forward to seeing you at Virginia next time. Do you go okay there?
I will. I think I'm going to do fine. I have driven the track a few times now, so that knowledge is going to go well, and with Jay's help, it's gonna be even better.
Awesome stuff. Does that get him an extra $5?
I'll think about it. It's we're in 2025. The recession's tough on everybody.
Good call. In that case, we'll look forward to seeing you this time next week. Chesney Vandenbroeker, everybody.
See you later.
Okay. Shall we call it there then, Jay?
Yes.
Yes, right. Okay.
Yes.
Apologies to anybody that's been queuing for an interview, but we can't always do them all. It is a school night after all, and we've both got things that we need to be doing. So apologies for that. But we still have the challenge of voting for a driver of the meeting. I am honestly struggling to find a willing victim here. I like all the things that Logan did, but he's got a massive points haul that goes with it. Same for Stephen. Obviously, Greg had an incident with Logan. I didn't realise it was with Logan at the start of the second race. I thought it was a different car. I really like what Jeff Saunders did in the second race. Kept his nose clean. Ended up starting in 27th in the first race and finishing like something like 18th or something in the second race. Really good performance from him. That's way further down in the field than we normally end up giving driver of the meeting awards. But I liked what Jamie Jeffrey did. He made that Elantra work in ways that others struggled to. Do you know where you're going with this vote? Because I'm going to really struggle tonight. There was too many decent performances, or people who had one decent performance but not two.
Yeah, I would say. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go on then. You go first.
Yeah, no worries. Even though he absolutely did everything he could to wreck my reputation in the interview booth, I'm going to go with Carl Hardy for tonight. I feel the second race kept his head down, and despite the little tap and sideways drift action for bonus points, he pulled a fantastic result for Result X Pure Sims out the bag. And for the first race, gained a couple of positions, and it was good to have him in here, give his thoughts and get into what he was thinking during those races. And he was doing exactly what we expect from a lot of the drivers at BSTV. It's just like, keeping it safe, but racing good at the same time. And I feel Carl has had a fantastic night tonight and deserves a little bit of recognition for it.
Yeah, well said. I think even though he wasn't very visible too much of the time, well, he was. too much of the time. I think my vote is going to go. Oh no, I don't know what to do with that now. Oh, this is so painful.
Flip a coin.
No, I'm not going to flip a coin. No, this is too important for flipping coins. I'm going to go with the competitiveness that Euro Larkinen displayed. He was right up there at the start of the second race. Did a great job of keeping a load of people behind him. Ended up finishing, I think, in the position he started. Maybe. That seems to ring a bell for me. But he did really well in the first race as well. Got himself a podium finish in his class, 10th on track, against this lot. I just like the style at which he controlled that car. And the fact that he was up at the front there, didn't let the pressure get to him too much, or at all really, and kept his nose clean. So my vote is going to go Jura's way.
Yeah, I think they both had very similar races, so I think we were probably both in the same mindset. We just were fortunate enough to have two different drivers to represent that. So yeah, cool.
Well, that's it, folks, for tonight on BSTV. Next week, obviously, we go to Virginia. This race has been so eventful. At points, I didn't know which button to click next, and running replays when other things were going on. It's just been a brilliant evening. Apparently the donkey's not dead, so Russell Cowell may join us at points in the future, we hope, just so that we can rip the urine out of him a little bit. It was Jeff has said race 2 definitely wasn't clean for him, but I still liked what you did with your races, mate. Yes, we will return next week, and it'll be at Virginia. Who knows what weather will be at that track that time. It's one that I particularly like. Stay safe, everybody, and we will see you next week. Over to you, Jay.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Pete, and thank you for everything that you do for not just the broadcast, but the whole league and the community that we have here. We decide next week to swap the desert for in the middle of a lot of grassland, a lot of trees, and a complete opposite when it comes to length of track. There was a bit of foreshadowing there with Pete's statement when it came to the weather. So I'm hoping that it does get a bit wet and sloppy at VIR. Thank you all. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Why did I say wet and sloppy? And subscribe to the channel, and we shall see you same time next week.
like a broken wheel, lost in the chaos, no grip.